have a faxpiration question, but this week we will. And let me tell you, as a Pathfinder player of 30 plus weeks, I would kill to be able to add a 1d3. As weird as that sounds. To be able to add a 1d3 to a roll? Oh, baby. So, let's see. Today's faxpiration question is, what is your character's opinion on killing others? So that will be the faxpiration question. Everybody will get 2 points of 2 hero points to start this session. That would also allow you to draw 2 hero cards. Keep in mind that if you spend a hero point, you don't have to discard a hero card, but to spend a hero card, you must also spend a hero point. If that makes sense. So, the cards need the points to be spent, but spending a point as a point will not force you to discard a card. So that'll still keep your options open on cards as you go. I have had it pointed out by both groups now that frequently the cards are so specialized as to not be useful at all. That is just how RNGs do. Someday you might get a card that is the perfect card for exactly what you need, but the rest of the time you might just have some cards sitting there and hero points. Currently, I'm not open to the idea of trading cards. Maybe that will change after a while, but right now, what cards you get, that's what you got to deal with for the session. All right. If you would like to earn a 3rd hero point and a 3rd hero card draw, you may do so. Also, we need to get you guys a faxpiration actor. I was busy working on all these other things. I forgot to make you guys your faxpiration actor. Hold on. Let's see. And I think that might be in the compendium. Let me see. Did I think to add it? Of course not. Let's see.
Games like, I heard you're going on a heist. Have this card.
Is it the right card?
Yeah.
Let's see. Work file. Did I export out the Fanspo bot? Let's see. Nope. Man, I'm just the worst. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta close out of this.
Make sure we don't tell it to his face.
Is the Fanspo bot already there? Because I'm gonna be very confused if it is. But let's see. No, it's not there. Okay. Also, this would mean that we need to figure out just how many Fanspos you have. Lex, do you have any idea? Does anybody actually know?
I do.
Oh,
Usually-
People have been donating them for weeks now.
I know, and I feel so bad. Usually I would post it in the channel, but I haven't been keeping track.
I feel like a neurotypical person would have been recording these things because they'd be like, I'm going to need this information in the future. But instead I was like, that's awesome. Wow, great. You guys are adding points. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't want to be a rain arm parade person, but I don't think our group has gotten any.
Oh no, you definitely
we
yeah.
Oh, unless I guess I missed them when I.
Yeah, I want to say we've gotten at least one.
Okay. At least one sounds good to me. I'll give you another one to get started. So we'll say you have 2, and we'll start from there. If anybody is listening to this and you know that for a fact that prior to this date you gave a fanspo, message me about it. It'll be on the honor system. So how the fanspos work is if you have no hero points, you can ask the group, can I get a hero point out of the fanspo bot? Even if you're going to immediately use it, which is probably when you're going to ask for it, you may do so, keeping in mind that they only last for that session. And if a single person in the group says no, then you cannot get it. And there's no debate club, there's no arguments. If somebody says no, then you just can't. If that same person says no all the time, endlessly, we all may want to have a discussion about why they won't let anybody use any of the fanspo. But that's how we're gonna do it to move things along quickly. All right, there we go. Now you have a fanspo. He's labeled Kobold Scout. Adorable. All right. And he will have 2 points. Cool. All right, so with all that out of the way, does anybody want to earn a 3rd hero point by summing up what happened last time quickly, succinctly, but also not leaving out any of the details? If you are up to the task, please roll a d20 into chat. The highest number will give the recap.
I would love to, but I'm still trying to load it.
Oh man, Bella with a nat 20. Does anybody even want to try to beat that? Going once.
Nope.
Going twice.
Now I have to try.
Oh, now you have to try? Alright. Oh, so close. Go. Alright, we're gonna have Bella, Nora, the Savvy. Give us a recap. What happened last week?
All right, last week on the Outlaws of Alkenstar, high noon. Our story began in the interior of a tarp-covered wagon, encased in an iron cage. We were being towed far out into the Mana Waste. We had all been individually tracked down, captured, and brought before the maniacal power duo Ambrose Muglin and Deputy Shield Marshal Angelique Lovelace. After 10 hours of being repeatedly drugged to sleep and traveling into the desert, we woke up with our hands bound. The car had been parked in a sinking pit of quicksand. Muglin and Lovelace, with their goons nearby, spectated and jeered at us as they revealed the danger we were in. Beneath the sandpit dwelled a ancient being so large it could have swallowed the whole cart, and we would have been paralyzed by his stomach enzymes and digested slowly for 1,000 years. Muglin, assuming we were goners, taunted us with tidbits of our past, revealed that he had Vulture's friend in captivity, and that he had made proposals to me that I had denied. Vulture intimidated him, telling him he should have killed him, and he almost made good on that threat. Lovelace was about to shoot Vulture at while he was in the cage, but then, fortunately, a Titan centipede burst from the ground nearby, which drew her fire. Rather than stick around to watch us get swallowed up, our captors fled the area to escape the unexpected threat. And upon leaving, Muglin's lackey Boots dropped a satchel containing our gear. We all managed to get our hands free of the bindings with relative ease, though someone felt an inch of rope and a couple knots warranted the use of magic. Shakes head in frustrated disbelief. However, Stax, our curious catfolk magi, proved to be quite useful with his handiwork. He managed to secure for us my hair bobby pin, which we used as a lockpick to get out of this cage, and was able to assist us in the lockpicking. Vulture, our strangely advanced automaton, managed to keep a dagger on himself in a hidden compartment despite a pretty thorough cavity search from Shield Marshal Skidra. He was able to use the hairpin to help pick the lock, and he was also able to stop Stax from toppling to his death in the quicksand as we were making our escape. Using my crafting training, I was able to reveal the nature of the cart and the difficulty of the lock, and potentially expose the faster route of breaking the floor, but considering our party's composition of being heavily dexterity-focused characters, we opted to take on the lock challenge. I managed to pick the last check for it and get us out of there. Discretion, the unassuming barmaid, revealed herself to be, in fact, a dragon in disguise, and this dawned the revelation that she is the once great vigilante of Alkenstar, known as Slitherscale. Something happened 10 years ago that forced her out of the public light, and something to do with a interaction with Lovelace. While we were climbing out, while I was terrified and pinned to the side of the cart, having trouble getting up, they could have easily escaped, but they came back and rescued me, pulling me up to the top to the safety. And then a large part of our success can be owed to the matronly dwarf Ketrin, or the Reverend Mother as she is formerly known, who had a renewed moment of faith in that pit of quicksand, and with that offered us the bless effect, which often made the difference between success and failure. And it was largely due to her bolstering of our dinosaur who was pulling the cart that managed to help us get out of our perilous situation. And at the end, rolling a nat 20 athletics check to pull us free and prevent us from getting dragged back into the pit. As we caught our breath, another wagon arrived, piloted by Phoebe Dunsmith and her associates. She revealed that she had followed us out here to stop Muglin and Loveless, and while offering to guide us back, she also proposed that we aid her in a plan to take down the corrupt duo. The plan starts by gathering funding, and to do so, she suggested we rob the Gold Tank Reserve, an abandoned temple of Abadar converted into a bank in which Muglin stores a large portion of his wealth. Dunsmith has offered us a portion of the hall, as well as a place to have a safety house, information, and disguises. And now we are headed on our way back to town, where we will build a plan for a heist, and that's kind of where we're at.
All right, well done. Go ahead and add a third hero point to your sheet.
Third card.
I'm going to be, and that third card. I am going to be theater of the minding it for a bit, because Founder kicked me out, and I've been gray screening this whole time. But if you are interested in answering the Factspiration question to get that D3 inspiration die, go ahead and roll a D20 into chat. The question is, how do you feel about killing people? All right, we got a 5 from Ketrin. All right, we got a 4 from Discretion.
Ugh, I'd love to roll, but I'm gray screened.
You're still gray screened?
Yeah.
I had to back all the way out and try to get in again. Like, I had to quit the gray screen. I'm finally in. Here, I will roll for you. Nat 1, right? That's what you ordered from me? All right, let's see. Oh, you got a 14. All right. All right, 14 on Vulture. Going once? Going twice? All right, Vulture, take it away.
Vulture has no problems killing people.
Okay.
Simple as that. I mean, that's his whole deal from
what's your
situation.
opinion on it? That it's all right? Like,
some people get what's coming to them. That's the way that he kind of sees it. And with how things have kind of shaken out with Muglin, he thinks that guy deserves a bullet through the front. So, yeah, he doesn't feel any way about if he needs to do it or not. If you could be convinced otherwise, we'll see.
Okay. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously in the campaign.
I feel like most of the shield marshals are yes, so I'm not gonna say. We're not gonna ask them. I'll ask Phoebe.
Well, I mean, it's not yes or no; it's their opinion about it.
So, well, I still feel like their opinion is like, yeah, sure. I'll ask Phoebe since they're a little bit newer.
Okay. Let's see. Phoebe Dunsmith. She actually doesn't like killing people. She thinks that laws exist for a reason. This is a duchy. There is a, there is a council. There are rules. There's regulations. Yeah, you guys live on the lawless side of town, but just because you're in a situation doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean you have to tolerate it. Ideally, she takes people alive, and the people she works with take people alive. She finds that the killing of anybody, even the most unscrupulous and terrible people, is tragedy. Because death lets them off the hook. She would much rather see a criminal forced to work hard labor for the city, or rehabilitated, or at least given a trial by the community, et cetera. So yeah, pretty. That's where she stands on that. All right, go ahead and get you guys over to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. And Vulture,
quick question on trials: is there like a judicial system above the shield marshals, or do they control the courts as well?
I mean, it's a capitalist steampunk dystopia, so I mean, there's definitely a legal system,
right?
But money.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah. So, yes, very much they would like to, have a nice normal trials, but yeah, judges get bribed. The quality of your lawyer is how much you pay. If you can't afford a lawyer, you have to represent yourself. There's no free attorneys, that sort of thing.
But there are generally trials. You don't just get dragged out in the street and shot.
Correct. Yeah. They like hanging. Hanging's the preferred execution method here in Alkenstar. If you're undead and hanging won't work, they do public burning. So
classy.
Good times. Yeah. All right. So go ahead and put on some saloon music and put you guys in the barrel 1L, because I gotta remind myself all the time because I don't know how to spell barrel. Barrel and bullet saloon. All right, you guys are in a back room. You were sort of ferreted in or snuck in the middle, in the early hours of the morning, as it were. You have been sleeping all day in a secret room upstairs. And now you guys are having a meeting downstairs in one of the sort of private rooms that the Barrel and Bullet Saloon has available. So I'll go ahead and activate this map.
Where are people keeping track of their hero point deck stuff? Just drag it onto their sheet.
Well, no. When you go to your character sheet, there should be an option under the action-y type stuff to draw hero cards. Let's see. Trying to see why it's not showing it. It should be right underneath. Is it not showing it for you guys this week, or?
No, I had it.
Okay, it's under actions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's just say hero actions, and then you should be able to draw them.
You have to have hero points before you can draw them.
Yeah. You have to fill up your hero points first. Okay.
That's why.
All right, fair enough. So last week I gave you some stuff to think about. This week I will Phoebes. This week I will go ahead and give you sort of the official blurb, so that we could all be on the same page for what's going on here. All right. So Phoebe Dunsmith, she says, well, I hope you all got enough sleep. Now it's time to get down to business. So, on the way back to town, we had a bit of a discussion about what I have planned and your place in it. We're going to hit the Gold Tank Reserve. It's a money laundering operation for Muglin and his cronies, though it does, as most money laundering facilities do, have honest clientele. Now, as a bank, the money is insured, so those folks will have to be compensated by the law, so that's going to put Muglin out in a real bad way. The vault is good. This used to be a temple of Abadar, after all, and they value wealth almost as much as they value law. However, 2 keys used simultaneously will open the lock and bypass all of its protections. 1 key is on the bank manager, a dwarven woman by the name of Dress, and the other is on her assistant, a human man by the name of Byron, sometimes goes by Icy Byron on the street. Dresh is, well, let me just say, she's not what you would expect from a bank manager. Urkham Dresh was a small-time crook and a big-time killer, and eventually she decided to step away from being so violently hands-on and was given this management position by Muglin. In her defense, considering she has no real qualifications, she's doing an alright job. Now, Byron used to be a real bright, up-and-coming fella in the crime scene. Good with numbers, good with odds, good with statistics. But the Pesh took a hold of him. You guys would probably know that Pesh is like an opiate in this campaign setting. It causes minor hallucinations and kind of like lethargy, and helps you sleep, and you just kind of like zone out on it. Again, in this city, depressants like alcohol and opiates and stuff like that are generally looked down upon and avoided because everybody wants to constantly be moving fast, got to go fast, got to be alert, got to be accurate. Nobody wants to dull their mind. So it's an unusual addiction for someone to have in Alkenstar. She says, but yeah, from what I hear, those drugs are just wrecking his life. He lost his house. He's in some shithole apartment in the worst part of town. Anyways, he's got one key, she's got the other. You're gonna need both of the keys to get the vault open, unless one of you happens to be the world's greatest safe cracker. And even then, you'd need time. Now, guard in this facility, they got some clockworks. The Balkirk Model C-47s, which are no joke. However, they normally have a dozen of them keeping guard. But at least half of them are being sent off for repairs, and they're going to be gone until tomorrow afternoon, around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So they're running at half their normal amount of security. Adding to that, there's a Goblin Festival going on. It's going to get real loud tomorrow. A lot of fireworks going to be going off tonight. A lot of fireworks going off tomorrow. Big, huge fireworks display tomorrow at sunset. Now, by sunset, that bank's going to be closed, and it's going to be fully staffed with robots, so you're probably not going to be able to wait that long. But all of the celebrations should definitely give you a cover for when it's time to leave. My recommendation is you hit the bank in the classic manner. This is a stick-up, you see. You force them to open the vault. You're going to load this here bag of holding up with all the money. You're going to flee out the back door. And my boys have scouted out a possible escape route through the old junkyard just out back behind the bank. Should give you plenty of cover. And considering the reputation of the junkyard being haunted, most people ain't going to want to follow you. You make it through the junkyard, there should be a sewer entrance clearly marked for you. It'll have a little barrel with bullet holes in it. That'll be the right entrance. You go in there, you follow the drawings of a barrel with bullet holes, and it'll take you through the sewers and caverns back here to safety. Keep you off the street, keep you out of trouble. That's my recommendation, but you're the professionals, and I'd like to see what you come up with. So, you have any questions for me? Oh, right, and before I forget, I got these for you. They're modified hats of disguise. You familiar with the concept of those?
Are they hats that disguise you?
Yeah. So, here's the thing. A normal hat of disguise, it's only gonna disguise you for an hour, once per day. But these guys, I got them from a man out of Neb, and he said that this is these guys will last a full 24 hours. The problem is when you stretch an enchantment so hard and so long, it tends to break down a little bit. So you don't actually have any control over what you're gonna look like when you activate it. So just keep that in mind. Also, hate to say it, but it is a magic item, so it is going to be casting a spell, as it were. So maybe don't use it in my establishment.
You have a copy of the whisper sheet for today?
So I do. And then she would hand you the newspaper.
We'll want to plan this around surge time.
There you go. All right, and she says, okay, with all of that sorted, you got any questions for me?
These clockers at the bank, are
are they outfitted with?
From what I understand, it's a standard broker model, so it's gonna have built-in lasso system for grabbing, restraining, and subduing. They're gonna have an alarm built in, make a loud noise, and they got a interior light system so that they could snoop you out in the dark. Now, everyone knows that according to the laws, you're not allowed to make and sell automatons that can kill people, right? Without a military license. I have a sneaky suspicion that any clockwork in the service of Muglin ain't following those protocols.
So, clockworks, they don't have like minds, right? So how do you command what like tells them what to do?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know if I got time to give you the full college course on clockwork machinery, but it involves a series of special punch cards, clock keys, and winding sprockets. Every clockwork has a unique key that operates the machine. A good winding will give a device anywhere between an hour to 24 hours of charge, whereupon it acts upon the programmable punch cards that have been placed inside of the chassis or wherever those happen to be. Now, that does mean that somebody that's savvy with that sort of stuff could possibly, what's a good word? Throw a monkey wrench into the programming, as it were. In that same way, that's probably how they've flipped off the kill switch or flipped on the kill switch for these here robots. But anybody who has a hold of the key can use the key to wind up or down that particular clockwork. Overall, the creatures are mindless, so they are going to follow a certain set routine all the time. That mindless nature, though, is going to make it hard to affect them with anything that would attack the mind.
So they would already have their orders, so we can't really like interfere with that today.
Unless you know how to reprogram them punch cards, get access to the machines, go in there and change them out. But it's a complicated process. That's why half of them are being sent off for repairs. The repairs take several days.
Maybe one of these managers would have a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Get to them.
How long are they off for repairs? Till tonight, right?
No. Tomorrow night. Let me move you guys forward a day. Oh, bloop. There we go. So you guys are on the 30th right now. The robots will be returned Sunday the 1st at 5 p.m. And you guys, it would currently be 5 p.m. after you got all your sleep that you needed and whatnot. So you guys have 24 hours, give or take, until they're fully staffed again.
Unless they're not fully staffed.
Now, the hours of operation for the bank, it does not run banker hours. That's for damn sure. They open at 7, and they close at 6.
Okay. So it's gonna close in like an hour, basically.
Under an hour, yeah.
Oh, we better do some scoping out then in the meantime. But
Now yeah, the town isn't very big, despite being very populated. So you could get there. You could get pretty much anywhere in Smokeside in about 15 minutes if you need to.
You wanna rush out of here and get a last-minute tour for the night?
Now she says, before you go rushing out of here, you're gonna want to take some precautions. They're already putting wanted posters for you all over town.
Wait, they know we're alive?
Not that they know you're alive, but they're trying to sully your reputation. You already had your posters up, remember? And they ain't taking them down. Because who would tell them that you're dead?
Fair enough.
I suppose Muglin's gonna have to tell someone that I'm dead if he wishes to collect my my fortune.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know when he's gonna move on that. All I'm saying is, what was going on before, it ain't changed since you got almost killed in the desert. You're still on the run. You're still gonna be marked by any shield marshal that sees you.
So,
And if you get spotted, you lose the advantage of Muglin and Lovelace thinking that you're dead.
there is a ridiculous option that we have, which is, I don't know, Vulture or is it Stack? You know about that crafting stuff, right?
Crafting? No, that's
Any of you guys know about Eleanor, your crafter?
That falls within my bailiwick.
What if? Okay.
Tinkering.
Yeah. He could mess with the repair of the machines, meaning when they come back, then they are not there to guard against intrusions into the vaults, but aid in them.
So you're saying that we find where they're being repaired and mess with them there?
It's a ridiculous idea, and
I
don't think we should pursue it, but we could.
I do have a lot of crafting abilities, but I'm not a professional in automatons. My main focus is in alchemical reagents, and I can do some minor repairs and stuff, but I don't think I could rewrite the code of these robots.
Okay. Got the wrong major.
But it's 5 o'clock now. We're not in surge time, so we could use the hats of disguise to go over to the bank.
Well, they still surge. They just surge less lightly, right?
Yeah, it's 15%, I think, on smoke side.
Times 5.
Yeah. Those are the best odds we're gonna get. I mean, we have to wait until 8 p.m. for bronze time, which would take it down a bit, but the bank would be closed.
When do these hats re-up again?
At midnight, the charges come back.
Well,
if you want a case, yeah.
Knowledge is power.
I mean, I'll escort you to the back door. You could maybe, scoot down an alley or something before you do it. We had a fireball go off, and you can still smell the smoke. So.
All right, we should definitely scope the place now. See you in the lay of the land.
All right. So you could try to disguise yourself via mundane means as well. So if you had access to a disguise kit, you could try to disguise yourself via mundane means as well.
Yeah, my hair's on fire. I don't know that that's gonna do it.
I mean, there's other Ifrit in Alkenstar.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is a high population.
Yeah. But I get it. I get the argument. Idris can't be James Bond because you're the only black guy in Scotland. People are gonna be suspicious, kind of deal. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty cosmopolitan city. There are other representations of all of the heritages / races / species that you guys are.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take my chances.
Mundane disguises are only going to go so far. Yeah. Okay. So she's going to head out of this room, and she is going to call over Boomer. She's going to have a discussion with Boomer. Boomer's going to peek in, stack the deck, and wave at him. And then Boomer is gonna say to the assembled room. Let's see. He's gonna say, "Hey, everybody! Hey, y'all wanna see me? You wanna see me blow up this chicken?" And all the people are like, "Yeah, yeah, and the chicken's like, and he's like, yeah, come on. And so all of the attention of everybody is turned on that. Phoebe motions you to come out into the hallway.
We sneak out.
No. She opens up the store. As this is happening, and you guys are kind of hustling out of the room to go down into the other room, she kind of points into this other meeting room. Time slows down, and the lovely saloon ambience dies down just a bit. And you hear bad guy music start playing in the background. Here we go. All right. You hear the sound of a clockwork horse jetting its vents through its nostrils and butthole, and it comes to a stop. You hear the clank of some spurs, and the front doors to the saloon open, and a woman steps in. It is Shield Marshal Eva Icer Frost, who is on the payroll of Loveless. Everybody in the establishment looks around. Boomer, about to feed nitroglycerin to this chicken, holds nitroglycerin in one hand and chicken in the other. And then the bouncer. Oh man, stack the deck. You just out in the open there?
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if it was like time was frozen.
Oh, yeah. So as time speeds back up, she looks around and she says, I'm looking for someone by the name of Pauline Blart. And everybody looks around, and Phoebe says, dang it. All right. Get in here, feel up the eastern wall. There'll be a secret door. In that room, feel up the eastern wall again, and there'll be another secret door. Make sure you close them on the way out. That'll get you out the back. I'll go take care of this. It's gonna be hard to get the blood out of the wood. All right, do you guys leave, or do you eavesdrop on the scene?
I mean, do we see Pauline Blart as we leave the room?
I mean, would any of you guys know a Pauline Blart?
No.
She's a security broker. She handles essentially protection money and mercenary work for people. If you know her, then pipe up. If you would not know her, then it's up to you if you guys know her or not. All right. So you hear the discussion, and she says, "I'm gonna ask one more time, and then I'm gonna start looking for papers. And I don't think you want to show me your papers." And then people look uncomfortable, and they're like murmuring to themselves. Phoebe is trying to calm this lady down. Again, are you guys sticking around, or are you heading out the back?
I want to eavesdrop.
Okay.
I'm looking for the panel while she does that.
All right. So, panel. While you are eavesdropping, this Nicole Burnwater, who's over here playing cards with a woman that maybe is Pauline Blart, says, there's no reason to get upset. There's nothing's going on. Officer, how about a free drink on the house? And she looks past Nicole to the people at the table, and as she does, Pauline Blart makes a run for it, dashing for the door. She and the Shield Marshal are going to roll into initiative. If you are interested in involving yourselves in this incident, you may roll in. Otherwise, you could just watch it play out. Going once. Going twice. All right. You're out. So the two of them are going to roll. All right. Shield Marshal Eva Frost is faster on the draw. Pushing some people out of the way, she strides toward the fleeing Pauline Blart, and she opens fire with her gun. Let's see.
Nice.
Oof. All right. Pauline Blart is hit on a 2. Takes damage, doesn't die. And then the Shield Marshal says, "The next one, gonna kill you. Not allowed to make non-lethal attacks at range." Pauline Blart says, "You'll never take me alive. I ain't going with you. I want to be taken in by a real officer." And so with that, she takes a second shot. And Pauline Blart is killed. All right. She starts walking towards her. Does anybody? Okay. All right. So with that, you find the other door out the back, and Pauline Blart is collected by the Shield Marshal, who takes her out to her horse.
I am stuck in this room.
Oh, my bad. Why are you stuck?
I don't
There you
know.
go. Can you
Can't
move
solve
now?
every problem.
All right, cool.
Okay. There we go.
All right. So, with you guys kind of heading out back, if you want to activate your hats of disguise, you can.
Right, but not next to each other.
Right? Get 20 feet apart.
Yeah. And also not next to any buildings. Or at least not that building.
Right, let's see.
I think I have to reload. I'm not.
It's not letting you
seeing
grab
things.
anything?
So I can't. They're talking about buildings. I can't see any buildings. I just have I have the roof and a black background.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like not all the assets for the map loaded for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna refresh.
All right. All right. All right, so out back, closing the doors behind you. All right. Yeah, if you who activates their hat first?
Stack will. He undons his normal hat. He kind of pats it like fondly and puts it in his sack, and then puts on the new hat.
Okay. All right.
Is there a button I click or?
You just roll a d20.
Oh, okay.
It's a flat check replaces percentile rolls in Pathfinder. All right, no problem. No
Lucky
problem.
me.
All right. So as you activate the hat, you change into some sort of beast man with long floppy ears.
Oh.
Okay.
Settle.
That'll work. If anyone touches you, they still feel fur, you know?
Okay. And I'll end
I'll-
combat.
I'll fix it. Oh.
There you
I'm kind of fond of these ears.
go.
It's a good look for you.
Now, when you go to touch the ears, your hand passes through them.
Okay.
Yeah. So these illusions, if you were to like put a mask on, for example, it would just be a mask on you, not the illusion. So there's no way, unfortunately, to modify them. They are essentially like a holographic overlay on your body.
Okay.
Bella will wind her hair into a bun, tuck it in,
Mhm.
and then put the hat on. And here's a roll.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. All right. So you transform.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's a human, but because of the way the illusion works, it is a human halfling sized. So it kind of looks like a halfling. It's got more human proportions. As you are transformed, you see a man who works in the kitchen come to the window to tend to the stove. And when you look in, you see yourself looking back. Though I guess you wouldn't know what you looked like unless you took out like a hand mirror or whatever. But everyone else, you see that Bellinora looks exactly like the guy that works in the kitchens of the Barrel and Bullet Saloon. You would know him, discretion, as Aaron Hoffman.
And in my few interactions I've had with him, I try to remember what his voice is like, and I try to copy it.
All right. It's your classic gruff human man voice.
So you're just gonna have to bear with me and imagine a woman is impersonating a man.
Well,
a lot of layers.
I mean, we'll see how the impersonation goes. We'll see how the impersonation goes. Does anyone else activate their hat?
I will, but first,
Mhm.
so I just realized that it's not a physical appearance anyway. So I'll just be like, look, just give me some privacy for like modesty's sake, and I'll just like dress down a bit so I can turn into a dragon without tearing all my clothes up. And then I'll activate the hat.
All right.
Because then I can be in dragon form without
ruining your clothes.
Suspicion.
There you go. All right.
And also without ruining clothes, yeah.
Okay. You turn into a dapper looking cowboy, complete with hayseed in the mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does the illusion come with the hayseed?
Yes.
Excellent. I look awesome.
All right. Give me that D20 roll.
Oh, yeah.
All right, no problem. Everything's great. All right. Catchman, are you back in?
I am, but I'm still not seeing any background. Only the roof. I reloaded a couple of times. I changed my potato settings.
All
It's
right,
very weird.
Let me drag out a fresh version of your mini. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Did that help at all?
No.
I mean, I see the dirt and the tree and the stuff.
No, I do not. I have a black background that I am currently standing on.
It sounds like on this map that it probably cached it on your browser as not loaded. Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna leave this map in a second, anyways. So
okay, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to use the hat to transform?
I will do so reluctantly.
All right. Give me that D20 roll.
I look at it with distaste.
Oof. All right. So, a 3 would trigger a surge.
Of course it would.
We're standing close together.
Yeah. I guess I gotta pause it so that in case it's related to where you're standing. All right. Let's see.
You said the first time I get to see the table.
Yikes. Okay. So all creatures within 60 feet of you are impacted. Let me see if there's so it's just you guys. Oh no, the kitchen staff.
Well, they'll deal with my double, I suppose.
I will just give you I'll give you an aura real quick, and it's fine. Here we go. So yeah, that would be the kitchen staff and Dunsmith's wife. All right. All right. So everybody affected by this wild surge is teleported 5 feet to the west. If this would teleport you into a solid object, you take 4d10 force damage.
Oh my god.
All right.
Kill half of people in the town.
So, Forrester Dunsmith is sitting in her, was getting ready to sit down in her chair and do some writing. And then she appears 5 feet to the west of her chair. So she's okay. All of you would be moved 5 feet to the west, no problem. Doesn't look like there's any solid objects there. If you had been right next to that tree, though, oof. Inside the kitchen, Aaron suddenly teleports 5 feet to the left, but poor Berg, he teleports right into the kitchen counter. And takes 10 points of force damage.
Is he like bisected by the?
Yes. So he is. So as he appears, there's a horrible splut sound, as like half of him is on top of the counter, and then the other part of him is below the counter, and there's a lot of blood and a lot of screaming from Aaron. You guys may want to leave the scene at this point. Vulture, do you want to go ahead and turn your hat on real quick?
The lesson learned moment.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
do we have a concept of what like what happened inside, or I mean, do the people
Well, yeah,
inside
I mean,
have a
you can
concept?
see the window. So those of you who can see in the window, Bella saw everything. Bella saw everything.
Bella looks haunted.
Forrester Dunsmith runs to the window and she says, "Now what the hell are you doing out there? You casting magic?"
No, we got affected just as you did, man.
Give me a deception roll.
Casting spells out here.
Crazy kids.
Someone's casting spells.
As I watch that happen, I'm like, this is what could have happened to us in the cage.
Yeah, we would have teleported out of the cage. You would have.
No, you would have gone through the bars like a fucking cheese grater.
Stuck in them, yeah.
I want my deception check and I want it now! Alright, 16 against her, perception. Okay, she says, wait.
So it must be someone in the bar.
I didn't think I'm gonna check my paper. And she heads back over to her desk to get her newspaper. Alright.
Run.
Alright, so everybody moves away from you as you go to do it. Alright, give me a d20 roll.
No,
Also,
I believe in Vulture.
I do feel like Ketrid would try and run in and attempt to treat wounds very ineffectively.
Okay, Ketrid, you and your amazing mustache are gonna head in there. So the window, I would say during the day they're cooking food. Yeah, the window's open, but there is a stove here. But you could climb in if you want. As you approach the window, Aaron Hoffman is freaking out. He's running over. Lulu's running in. There's a big commotion. Guys, things are already going off the rails. Ketrid is running back into the building.
Ketrid, we need to get out of here.
We need to.
There's a shield marshal in there, Ketrid.
All right, Vulture, you transform into a Shuni.
Oh, that's just goddamn adorable. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna take you home and put you in a little display case.
This guy shouts at you, Ketrid. He says, "Who the fuck are you? Something happened to him. He's in pieces."
Is it possible for me to fix this?
You don't even need to roll a medicine check. This is so far outside of your ability to heal. He is in two pieces. It is disgusting. And more people are filing into the kitchen.
Ketrid, there's a shield marshal in the bar. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, Ketrid, there is.
And I look guilty and I run away.
All right, Aaron Hoffman says, "That looks guilty. I bet he did it. Somebody tell Dunsmith." And then Mary Waysome Davril, the bounty hunter, says, "Don't worry, I've got it." And she's going to try to pursue you out the window. But I assume at this point you guys are fleeing into the city?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, so I'll take you back to the map. Now you have your disguises. All right.
And now we understand the severity of the stakes.
All right. Is the intention then to head on over to the bank?
I just had one quick question.
Sure.
For my contact Felix, he's like a money person. Would he have money in this bank? And can I like talk to him? Like, do I have a means of like reliably communicating with him, or?
I don't think Felix is the kind of person who would tell you where he keeps his money.
Okay.
Okay, for starters. But he is an investor. So he might have put his money in there. As far as contacting him, yeah, you could try to contact him at his firm. There is not a super useful means of communication in the city, which I thought was kind of a glaring oversight. But they do, have couriers in the city that, ride around with messages and stuff like that. So you could flag down like a courier and have them send a message to him if you wanted to on your way to the bank.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I just want to see if warn him and see if he reward me for good behavior. Be like, hey, there's a heist here. Maybe you don't want to put your money in this bank, but
Well, messages sent within the same district is 1 silver piece. If it's sent from one district to another district, it's 2 silver pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do a flag down a courier and scribble down him a note, and I'll give him a silver piece for Felix.
Okay, so you're gonna tip off Felix that this bank might be heisted.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I'll take you guys over to the Gold Tank Reserve. All right. Okay. Now, I love all the maps in this adventure. They're all beautiful, but as is the case with Pathfinder 2 and 5e in general, or not 5e in general, sorry, 4e, which I think inspired a lot of Pathfinder 2, they are a little cramped. And we're just going to make do with what we got. So, Final Fantasy Tactics, whatever other turn-based, grid-based video game you could think of, make the most of what you got on the map. Also, all of the maps have ambient sound. If you like that, that's cool. If you don't and you want to turn it off, you go to the music thing on your Foundry bar in the top right, and you could adjust the volume there. And if you just don't want any sound at all from Foundry, you could just mute the tab itself by right-clicking your browser tab and saying mute tab. All right, so let me bring you guys over there. Let's see. Here we go. All right, and when you get there, you guys will still be in your disguises. There we go. All right, and as you arrive, it is actually a very busy street and a very busy part of this district within the city. I believe it's Ironside is where you're at. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as far as Smokeside is the slums, and then Ironside is even more of the slums. But the bank itself looks sturdy, and it looks like there's at least a dozen or so patrons that you can kind of see through the windows, doing business, coming and going. Dinosaur and Clockwork pulled carts make their way up and down the streets. So it is a very crowded street, a very busy street. You do see standing right inside the doors would be 2 of the Gold Tank brokers, which are the Clockwork robots that you heard so much about. Let me see if I got any flavor text for you. Do they do flavor text? Here we go. The stench of manure accentuates the aura of shabbiness in this part of Alkenstar. In accord with the rundown district, the Gold Tank Reserve looms over like a starving behemoth. The bank was crafted from once gleaming stone, though dust and dirt now cake the domed glass roof. A pathway carved from a stone slab leads from the wooden boardwalk to stone steps and an elevated porch, not unlike a small stage. 2 small wings of the building flank the path, each with a weed-choked planter facing the street. Impressions of giant keys etched into the walls on either side of the entryway lend the building an air of security and stability. And those keys are the holy symbol of Abadar, the god of commerce and civilization. All right. So I guess you would see through the window these brokers.
One, what did we do with that dinosaur that we had taken with us?
They have it in the stable of the saloon.
Okay. And then second, these forms don't exactly conceal weapons, do they?
Everything that's inside the hologram is concealed, but if you were to draw a weapon, there would be like a weird, like kind of flickering effect in the illusion as you sort of produced as from nowhere a weapon.
So I don't think Vulture would have his rifle with him. That's pretty large. I would think.
Well, if it's on your person, it's not like it's gonna. When the illusion is cast, it's concealed by the illusion. So if you picked up something new that is too big, then it wouldn't be incorporated into the illusion. Does that make sense?
Okay, gotcha. At the time of casting, it was fine.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you were to drop it and then pick it back up, then yeah, it would poke out of the illusion, or the illusion would just be seen as carrying it around.
Gotcha.
Yep. All right. So I suppose the doors would be opened, or now they probably don't want sand and shit getting blown in, so the doors would be closed. But you do see staring out the window ominously are the brokers. Their heads look like train sirens and hooded lanterns, and you see that their faces are just lantern lenses glowing with an inner light.
Before we go in, Bella would quickly palm off to her friends some supplies for the day. She would give Flayleaf to Stax to hold on to, a Skeptic elixir to Ketrin, and a healing elixir to Vulture.
Oh, thank you kindly. Now, I do not mean to be obtuse, Vulture, but do you know what makes you different from those guys over there? And he points to the brokers. I'm not a big
commands.
Oh.
I have my own thinking, my own, internal works that allows me to operate on my
own. I would also allow a history or crafting hidden blind GM roll if you think your character might know more about automatons versus clockworks.
Coming in.
I mean, I went to.
It's up to you. If you want to roll the check, that's fine.
Oh, right, society.
For these purposes, I'm not going to do a society because this is to know the difference between like history is society. My bad. Yeah. So society would be history. Sorry. Yeah. So society or crafting. I keep getting the different skills mixed up. But yeah. If you're interested, otherwise just keep on moving.
Sure.
Yeah, so Stack and Bellanora, you know that they covered it at school, but you're not 100% sure. The difference beyond Clockworks, everyone in Alkenstar, is familiar with and knows how to build. Automatons are from an ancient civilization, and no one has figured out how to make them yet. That's the main thing that comes to mind. They are found, not made. The automatons.
I'll stride in as if I own the place.
Okay, fair enough. As you stride in, you see actors suddenly phase in because I'm trying to save resources or whatever. There you go. And also, I didn't know what time of day you would come here. There you go. Let's see. All right. So as you hop into the room, this worried bank teller says, yes, can I help you?
Howdy. I'll say in my best Alkenstar accent now that I have to actually impersonate someone from here. I've been panning out in the manor waste looking for, gold and other treasures, and I'll say, going after
the manor waste treasures.
It's a risky job, but someone's got to do it, and that someone, me. And I want to let me say on the down low, I've made quite a find.
All right.
There's not just gold out There's
Okay.
meadows, the likes of which I never dreamed of finding.
Sure.
A man of humble means, obviously need a place to store this kind of stuff, and I heard that you don't.
I see. So you
Right.
don't have an account, sir?
Course not.
Okay, well then I'll have to get someone to help you with that.
Right. I just want to know that this is the right place for my findings.
Okay. Just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay. And he heads over here, and he calls out to this guy. This guy looks kind of grumpy. He walks over, and they have an exchange of words. You guys are right there, so you hear him say, this guy wants an account opened. And then the guy nods and says, right away. And then he heads here, and then this guy heads back and says, it's taken care of. Just take a seat over there. I saw some others come in. Do you need something?
Well, like I said, I need to know that this place is up to scratch. Like, what
Sir,
kind
sir,
of security
yes,
can I expect my goods having?
You can take that up with the accounts manager.
I see. Yeah, I've never been to this kind of place before. Sorry.
We're tellers. We handle transactions.
Oh.
Does anyone need to deposit or withdraw funds? Anyone? All right, so the door to the north opens, and this guy comes out. He is a scarecrow of a man with a long beak of a nose and spectacles that somehow defy gravity and don't slide down that ski slope of a nose off into the wild beyond. He and the man speak about the new account. The man points to discretion. And Byron, who looks very tired, says, you want an account?
That's right.
All right, man. Come in. Is it just you?
I'm clearly following.
Yeah, my associate here is going to join us.
Sure, you and your partner come in. You want some water? Soda pop?
Soda pop, of course.
Alright. He pours you both a tumbler of warm Star Cola. And then he shrugs, he pours himself a tumbler of warm Star Cola, and he goes and he sits down behind his desk.
Warm soda. Ugh.
And he motions to well, they don't got magic, so they can't be cool the drinks. And it's kind of hard to get ice in the middle of the desert.
That's true. It's true. It's just still a thought.
Listen, growing up in Italy, we didn't have ice in any of our soda, and let me tell you, they had to make the soda extra carbonated to balance it out. So if you did put your Italian soda on ice, you were in danger of blowing your head up when you drank it. All right, so you guys sit down.
While they're going inside.
Yeah, I'm just loitering in the corner, looking forbidding.
Okay, all right. So you're going to be looking forbidding in the corner, and discretion, you're going to be doing the talking. All right, what's happening outside of the office?
I'm leaning forward and looking over at Sax like, oh crap, you have the drugs that we need to bribe him.
This guy walks up to the three of you and says, can I help you with something?
Do you work here, my dear?
Yes. What seems to be the issue here?
Oh no, I was gonna wait until the riffraff funneled out. I got a big transaction to make later. I don't want any prying eyes.
I have to say I don't really understand. The tellers would take your transactions.
No, I've got some things I'd like to take directly into the vault myself.
Really, I've never seen you here before. You have an account with us. I'm pretty sure I would remember. What are you, some sort of beast man?
No, I'm here as a representative of.
It's real awkward, Vulture, because this guy walks in.
damn it!
And he
Yes.
looks around and he sees you. Well, and he says, "Oh wow, who are you? You're like me but bigger." And he
Is
rushes
that your
over to you.
cousin?
And he's delighted.
Fuck.
Hi, my
Can't-
name's Gus.
Vulture can't say nothing because it's robot voice.
You don't know
Oh my
You
dear,
are-
he's very hoarse right now. He can't speak.
Don't worry, I speak sign language. He starts signing at you.
No, he's ill. He doesn't speak sign language. Just his voice is,
Oh, what a shame! I'm a dinosaur rancher, and I'm getting a withdrawal so I can have a good time tonight. And tomorrow at the Goblin Festival.
Oh,
There should be a Shoonie Festival next year. What do you think? You interested in signing my petition for a Shoonie Festival?
I would be delighted.
Oh, okay, I
mean,
got
yeah,
it right here.
The
Gold Tank Investor mumbles under his breath to you. He says, these must be the undesirables he was referring to. And he steps back.
he glances and nods back at the investor, and then he goes to sign the
Okay.
petition. It's like,
The
Gus,
petition only has 3 signatures.
now, my dear, you are a regular here at this bank?
I am. It's the best bank in town. That's what they told me.
Ah, so you keeping like a lot of money here? I mean, not only to pry into your business, but I mean, I'm trying to size up this here establishment.
I got a free rotisserie chicken when I signed up for an account.
Well, that's a mighty fine deal.
Mm-hmm. And the interest rate is real fair. They said 38%.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Fair for I hope it's for
They
a
got
savings
robots
account.
here. Everybody's real tough looking. Nobody's gonna mess with my money.
Mm.
And even if someone did, it'd be insured. What?
Yeah, I guess so. That's a weird thing to say. Who said that? Huh. It was you. Wow, your head looks like a ball. It's so round. Can I touch it?
I'd prefer if you did. I prefer if you didn't.
Okay, what if I just licked it?
They say that's bad luck.
Is it? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, me and my friend, we opened our own dinosaur ranch, just outside of town. And while we was digging, we found, this black goo came out of the ground. So when I told everybody in town about it, this man, Mr. Muglin, he gave me a whole bunch of money, to get rid of all that from my property. And then I took that money and I needed a bank. He recommended this one.
Oh, man.
Oh my dear.
Mm-hmm. That stuff was gross. It was all slimy and oily. It was getting everywhere. I didn't want the dinosaurs to drink it on accident. He had to
Gus,
bring in a bunch of machines. They got it all gone now. Now the dinosaurs are not in danger of drinking the black sludge.
how much did he? How much did he give you?
Oh, gosh. I don't know if I should speak in public about such a large amount of money.
Oh, I don't mean to pry. And he,
500 gold. Mm-hmm. It was enough to buy all the tools and feed we needed to get started.
And whereabouts is your farmer?
Oh, it's southwest town. Oh, anyhow, I should start talking your ear off. I'm sorry, I'm a bit outgoing. Now I gotta get in line. Well, good luck with whatever you're doing.
Vulture will point to the petition and will sign it.
Okay. Bellinor, do you sign this petition?
Bellinor does not sign the petition.
You don't like shootings?
Or social events, really.
Oh, okay.
I do not sign my name as Vulture. I sign it as Birdie.
Birdie, okay. Alright. He looks at it and says, Birdie, that's a great name. And you're a handsome shooty, I must say. All right. I gotta get back to work. Hey, if you want to hang out tonight, I'm going over to. Me and my friend are gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be going to a saloon tonight, soda pop bar over by the burnt down theater.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. All right. So
Before
the
that all
office.
happened, I was just waiting to expect. I was waiting to expect the clockwork.
Yeah. Give me crafting checks. This is recall knowledge crafting check.
Can I aid him in that check, or?
I mean, you can make your own check.
All right, I'll do that.
In Pathfinder, the magic of holding hands as friends to give each other advantage does not exist. So it's better for everyone to mostly swim on their own. Make sure they're blind so I can give you bad information if you roll poorly.
Crap.
Well, I rolled poorly,
Crap.
so.
Okay. Well, we'll roll a fresh one. I'll ignore that one.
All right.
But all knowledge checks need to be blind GM rolls. Okay. All right. So Vulture, you're confident that these machines, these creatures, they do what it says on the can. They're clockworks. They use clock technology to kind of wind up, run their routines, and then wind down. But as far as what they could do, other than the whole like lantern head, you don't really notice anything unusual or special about them. With Bellinora, with your check, you may ask me 2 questions about them. So you.
Sorry, it's muted. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So the first is, do I notice the alarm mechanism on them?
It is their head. Their head is where the alarm is located.
Okay.
It is the model that you are seeing is a siren. It will it can be heard up to 500 feet away.
Okay. Last question.
Oh, also, you anticipate that it's so loud that creatures nearby might not be able to hear anything but the siren.
Okay. I guess my last question would be, do I notice modifications that wouldn't come with the standard model from my understanding of it?
Yes. As you're kind of taking a look at it, you do get the sense that these have definitely had their kill switch turned on. Like they are okay to kill people. In fact, the ability is called Gloves Off. They lack the non-lethal trait.
Okay.
All right. Your general estimation of these creatures is that they're the same level as you. Like you get that kind of sense. Like you and your friends could probably take 4 or 5 of them in a fair fight.
And we currently see 2, but we don't. There might be more. Okay. I convey some of this information in soft whispers to my friends. Right.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how the people would react if they knew such information.
I imagine anyone coming in here, for the most part, who knows smuggling can guess what he might have up his sleeve. I wonder how our friends are doing in that office.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So as you're sipping soda pop, Byron looks over at you, Ketrin, and says, "You too good to take a seat?" Oh, I get it. You're trying to play muscle back there. All right.
Don't mind my bodyguard. Things get mighty dangerous out there in the Manor Wastes.
I've heard. So, you want to open an account with us?
That's right.
I assume you heard about the free rotisserie chicken.
Tell me more.
Yeah, there's a wagon down the street. JoJo's. And, I'll give you a certificate. Once the account's set up, you can get yourself a free rotisserie chicken for dinner. It's awfully nice. Ah, man.
That sounds fantastic. But I just want to know that this place is the right kind of security for my needs.
Man, this place is a shit box in the shithole side of town. If you had any kind of real money or real connections, you'd be putting your money up in a good bank.
What kind of problems are there here?
There's no problems.
Well, it's a shit box, you said, right?
I mean, look around, man. It's just,
And you look around, the plaster's cracking. You know, floor tiles need to be replaced. Cobwebs in the ceiling. Dust on everything.
I mean, the vault is secure, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that vault, that's Abadarian make, man. There's no busting through that.
Alright, well, how about tomorrow I bring my, my findings.
Listen, our real security comes from the quality of the vault and our reputation, which apparently you either don't know or you're playing like you don't know.
I heard inklings of your connections.
Let's just say that this bank is secure because of the vault, because of the clockworks, and because of the reputation. You don't want to be the people that try to roll this bank. Because the owner and the investors, they're not the kind of people that you want to get on the wrong side of. And that's what you get when you bank with the gold tank reserve.
Sounds good to me. Now, I'm gonna sit my star cola and I'll just like grimace slightly, saying,
I have to say, you drink your cola in a strange fashion, sir.
Yeah.
Because you have a dragon snout.
Listen, if you can't see the stream flowing from your bottle into your mouth in that way, then you can't tell whether any leeches snuck their way in.
And I thought maybe you were worried you were gonna spill it in your lap there. You're stretching your neck out so far to dip at it. It's not my place to judge.
It's an innocent quirk, I assure you.
No doubt picked up in the manor waste, sir.
Exactly.
So, all right, let's get these papers sorted.
Yeah.
It's getting close to closing time. Oh no.
He looks at the clock on the wall. He says,
"We're actually closing up in, gosh, about 5 minutes."
Gotta sign them forms, eh?
Is there any chance? I'm really sorry about this. It's gonna take more than 5 minutes. Is there any chance you could come back tomorrow?
Alright. And how about I bring something a little nicer than, no offense, Star Coda, it's nice for when you're working and all. I like something that takes the edge off a little.
Oh yeah?
Alcohol.
Oh man. Tell me about it. This whole fucking city is so keyed up all the time. A man just wants to relax sometimes,
Exactly. Don't need to be on edge all the time.
Exactly.
Otherwise, well, I'm sorry. I was trying to find like a metaphor there, and I lost it. That's because I'm always having to be like on edge. Terrible.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I'll bring something a little special tomorrow to seal the deal. How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, do I have to wait till tomorrow for that rotisserie chicken? Oh, 'cause that did sound mighty nice.
He looks left and he looks right. He says, "You seem all right, man. Here, why don't you take one of these on the house for your troubles? Because I shouldn't have sat you down with such little time left in the day. So why don't you take a free rotisserie on the house?"
I'll take the certificate.
All right. Now, buddy, if you're looking for a good way to unwind, seems like you said you're new in town, huh?
Yeah, I drop in every now and then.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, I got some connections down in the theater district. You might be interested in heading down there if you're looking to find a way to unwind.
That sounds cryptic, but promising.
Oh, it's promising, all right. Yeah, ask for dashing down at the Powderhorn Saloon.
I know I will be. All right, so as this scene is kind of playing out in the room, the small talk and all that, people are exiting the bank and heading out. And you can see that they're kind of shuttering up their windows and they shout out, last call for teller's window. And this lady's like, hey, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Closing it down.
Stack leans over to Bellinor and Vulture. It's like, you think they're doing all right in there, or do you think we should, do something else?
Well,
Gus says, goodbye, Birdie. Goodbye.
Vulture will wave to him.
I just wish you could have gotten a look at their primary manager before we left, but
as you say that, this door back here opens up, and you see an angry ass looking dwarf. She's as wide as the door and as tall as she is wide. She turns sideways to go through the door, and she looks around and she says,
"Hey, there's still people here."
I'll nod to Byron as I leave.
Get them out of here! Go on! Shoot! We're closed!
Alright, as Byron opens the door to say goodbye to you, she says,
Byron! Of course it was you! Keeping customers after hours! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Stack goes up to Byron and he goes for a handshake, and then he palms him the flay leaf and gives him a knowing nod.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth. Oh, yeah. Nobody notices. Alright. Okay, so you guys all head out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, again, you don't have to leave, but, it's a busy street. People are coming and going. They are that you can feel the town's transition between 6 and 7. Everything kind of changes, and it goes from being industrial district to party district. As bars kind of open up, speakeasies, little side cafes, all manner of side hustles. Carts are wheeled out from garages. And there is sort of this transformation into the nightlife of Smokeside. Smokeside nightlife normally goes from about 7 to 11. And then around 11, people need to get some sleep so they can wake up ass early for their industry jobs. Some places stay open even later than that, but those are places that generally specialize primarily in nightlife entertainment.
Oh, I wanted to ask, not just the brokers, but also like the tellers and this white-ass dwarf. Are any of them packing?
The white-ass dwarf, she has a pistol, comfortably on her hip. And she looks very beefy, like maybe she's punched some people to death, in her life. The tellers, from what you could tell, they don't look like they have firearms on them. The investors, the kind of floor managers, they all had, from what you could see, they did not have any weapons on them.
Okay. The firearm that I do see on the dwarf, would that be a firearm lore check to see understand what kind of
sure.
weapon it is?
Yeah. That would be a great way to do it. I think honestly you would recognize it as a pistol, like just because you live in a setting full of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So with your check against that, you realize that not only would that be a pistol that is flintlock pistol, and that the way that she is kind of wearing it and carrying it, there is some comfortable proficiency there. You do note that it is not a clan pistol, which would be more common for a dwarf to use. Yep.
All right. Got
All right. Any other intel you wanted to grab about the inside of the bank as they're kind of shuffling you guys out?
I think it'd be good for us just to hang around the area to see the bank manager come out, because we have an idea of where Byron's going to be tonight. He's going to go to the Powder Horn to get some drugs. But yeah, if we could track them both down over the course of the night and take their keys from them before the next day.
Ooh, right. So
What
out
if we-
out front there would have been a clockwork horse. That should have been there. Hold on. And it is tied up over here. Okay. All right, so you guys are gonna just vibe on the street.
Maybe go get a
Um,
rotisserie chicken and then eat it while we watch the bank.
I
Okay.
gotta get my chicken.
All right. So you guys head down to JoJo's to get your rotisserie chicken. It is delicious. Do you guys just share the one free one, or do you pick up some others?
I don't know if one chicken's enough to share between everyone. I think
It's-
as a
You'd be
dragon, that
you'd
is
be
not
splitting it between 4 people because Vulture does not need to eat or drink. So
I'm very small. I can't really require that much food. Certainly not eating a whole chicken.
I mean,
Ketchup
while
would definitely eat a whole chicken. I mean, I imagine they're kind of scrawny chickens, but
All right. So the
I'll share a
chicken,
leg or two.
the chicken smells delicious, and it is. I'm only looking these things up because I care to. I'm trying to learn a bit more about the system, and I'm curious how they price things. All right. Let's see. Food for a day meal. All right. Okay. So each chicken is only 3 copper pieces. So yeah, if you guys wanted to pick up your own chickens and munch on them, are you guys making any effort to disguise yourselves, or are you just kind of finding like a spot within sight of the bank to just sit and have an outdoor, meal? Like, we're comfortable.
Yeah.
We live in the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. So time begins to pass, and it seems like the staff begins to leave. Some of them go out the front, but some of them do not exit through the front. And you did hear that there is a back door. All right. Around 6:30, so I'll speed things up a little bit. You see Urkham Dresh. She leaves the bank. She just looks like she's angry at the whole world. She walks over to her horse. She takes out the key for the horse. She starts to wind the horse a little bit. It comes to life. She hops on the horse, and she starts to ride off.
Is it reasonable that we can't pursue her because she's in like a vehicle, essentially? Like she would outpace us easily?
The roads are pretty crowded. You could certainly try to keep up and follow her through the town if you wanted to, but it would be much harder to follow her, yes, because once she got onto like a thoroughfare, she'd be able to move pretty quick. And to keep pace with her, you would have a lot of trouble disguising that you were following. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could we use something like society to discern what part of town she's going into?
Well, she's heading north out of this district from what you could tell.
Okay.
But if you want, you could also flag down like a taxi essentially, be like follow that lady, or you
That
could
sounds good.
Or
you could wait and see who else is exiting.
Yeah, we could flag down one of the employees and say that we have a delivery for them, and then be like, "Oh, we missed them at the bank. Can you tell us where they live?"
Okay. Well,
Sweet
I'm
talkers.
gonna keep having people leave then out the front. So there's an employee.
I think at discretion I'd want to chase after the
Yep.
bluff.
Okay, so you guys, would you want to split the party?
Taxi cab chase.
Or
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
all-
taxi
Oh.
chase.
All right.
We can split it. I'm not intending to attack them.
Okay, so you guys want to flag down a taxi and try to follow her as she is going. All right. So the taxi driver, who essentially has like an open wagon pulled by a dinosaur. Let me see who your taxi driver is.
How much gold do we collectively have? I only have like 2 gold.
All right. So this kobold looks back at you and says,
Are you in a hurry? Where are you going?
Following our friend there on that cool mechanical horse.
Oh, they got a bit of a head start. You don't want to
Yeah.
lose them. All right, hop
Exactly.
in. We'll discuss the fare on the way.
I got a gold.
All right. Well,
You sound good.
where are they heading in case we lose them?
Oh,
Or
Yeah.
use your taxi driving deductive skills to figure that one out. You do not know.
yeah. I don't have a cart myself. I never learned the street names.
So you're following her. I see. I know what this is about.
all right, so he's going to try his best to keep pace with her. You can rely on his taxi driver abilities to keep pace with her, or you can attempt essentially a chase to try and keep up with her, wherein you would do things. It's a skill challenge. It's a Pathfinder skill challenge, where you could do things to try and improve your odds of success, like yell at the taxi driver. Chase people out of the way, use your society skill and to represent your knowledge of the streets to take a shortcut, that kind of thing. So, first of all, is everybody hopping into the taxi, all 5 of you? Otherwise, we'll have a split party, which is fine, but very dangerous in Pathfinder land.
Just put everyone who's getting in the cart like over here.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all I need to hear is the person say, no, I'm not going, and then I'll know. But otherwise, I'll assume everybody's going.
I think we're all
Alright.
going.
All right, everybody's going. So the question here is, do you want to just rely on this cab driver, to get you there, or do you want to skill challenge to try and get a bit more of a chance?
I'm just
I
gonna
wanna
roll
skill
flat. I'm
challenge
gonna
it.
roll a flat
Yeah.
check to see if you
I
can.
think
Okay.
shouting at people would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got plans.
All right, hold on. Okay. We need some good chase music. Alright.
So yeah, I mean, we chase her down, we take her key, we find Byron, and then hopefully we can rob the bank before the end of the night under the cover of fireworks.
Well, what if she just doesn't turn up to work tomorrow? It's just sick, aka dead. And then Byron's overworked, and he'll be even more eager to take drugs.
I'm saying we just rob
Damn.
it even before tomorrow comes, if we can.
Yeah.
Again,
That sounds
where's
good.
Byron?
If we could get both of the keys tonight, that'd be good.
Oh wait, we know where Byron is because I found out.
Is the whole Goblin Festival thing tomorrow or tonight?
It's
think it started-
tomorrow, but if you've ever lived in a big city and they have like...
Oh yeah, people are pre-gaming and stuff.
Yeah, tonight is pre-gaming.
I was kind of looking forward to smoking with Byron, but you guys make a compelling case, unfortunately.
All right, here we go.
That-
All right. Initially, the roads are very cramped. So what's going to happen is I'm going to use the map we're currently on. And IRL, they have these cute cards. And you put your miniatures on the cards and you move them along the chase scene. It's adorable. So she does have a head start on you guys. And then this will represent your taxi. Each of the spaces will represent progress, essentially. She is either on her turn going to move 1, 2, or 3 to the right. And you do not want her to get off of the map, essentially. I'll move, move you guys here. Each round, one of you will do a thing that advances the chase, and then we will roll for her to see how she advances, essentially. And the goal is to try to make it as far to the right as you can before she is out of sight. You don't want to overtake her because it might be, unless you're trying to overtake her, because you're trying to follow her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, initially you're dealing with a cramped, man, my throat. You're dealing with a cramped roadway. So there's a lot of people milling about, going to work, getting ready for the festival, that sort of thing. How do you propose getting the carriage, the wagon that you're in, through this as quickly as possible to try to close that gap and catch up with her? So if somebody has an idea, throw it forward. There'll be associated skill check. If it's one of the two that the card is recommending, it will be a lower DC.
All right, I've got one. So
Okay.
Bella, who has become very familiar with the city and the time that she's left the school, would try to use like a back alley shortcut using society potentially. Does that work?
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me a society check. It is going to be a DC 15. Failure is no progress. Success is 1 progress. Critical success is 2 progress, and critical failure is -1 progress. All right. So your boy, he moves forward. She is not encumbered. You guys are in like a sedan taxi. She is on a motorcycle. So she's, going at a pretty steady clip. So let's see how far she goes. All right. So she advances 2 more. All right. The next thing that happens is you guys, the street is very steep, and she isn't a clockwork horse. It's handling the steep incline fine, but the Pachysaurus that's pulling the taxi, he's sweating. He's rubbing his brow with his cute little T-Rex hand. He's tired. How are you guys going to overcome this steep slope?
Well, obviously, I will jump out and push.
Oh shit! Okay. That is one of the things is athletics. So go ahead and give me a DC 8 athletics check.
This a public roll?
Yep, public roll. Yep, we'll know if you succeed or not. Oh hell yeah, that is a critical success. So with a surge of matronly strength, you guys make it up the hill. All right, let's see how far she gets.
Nice.
Ooh, not very far at all. Okay. All right. Next up, you guys find yourselves in a construction site. Apparently, there was some spillover from the construction site. They got all their tools and supplies out in the road. People are shouting at each other. It's a whole scene. The taxi driver says,
I don't know, guys. It's gonna take a while to get past all this.
what do you guys do?
I would like to do an impersonation check to see if I could like impersonate like a construction manager to be like, I'm very important. You guys are like in the way. You guys are working on the wrong stuff. Just to get them out of the way.
Okay, so interacting with the workers is one of the recommended things on the card.
Nice.
So that will lower the DC to a 13. So you can give me diplomacy, deception, or intimidation.
Oh, I was wondering if I could do the impersonate check in the actions list.
Oh, it'd be like I'm a foreman. You need to clear the shit out of the way, kind of deal, or
Yeah.
you need to help me get these people through. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and give me the impersonate, because you get a bonus for that from a feat, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Also, they say that you can use spells if the GM approves a spell to overcome a thing. It counts as a single success. So essentially, buying your way out of a challenge can never get you a critical success. 15, and you needed a 13, so that is 1 success. Move forward. All right, here we go. All right, she gets 2 ahead. 1, 2. All right, now the street is just hella crowded. Lots of people filling up the streets. The unsteady citizen who's driving the taxi says,
Gotta be careful. I don't want to run anybody over. It's been 9 days since the last time I had vehicular manslaughter.
I want to shout at him and say, "Get out the way! We're driving here."
Oh shit, okay. Let's see. Sadly, shouting at the crowd is not one of the 2 things that it has for this particular one. But you may roll an intimidation. It will be a DC 15.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's very
that is a 14. But it's not a failure, so you won't. It's not a critical failure, so you won't go back 2.
Does he need the 3 inspo?
I'm gonna use. I don't have.
Oh yeah, you have. Oh, you have hero. You have hero points, right?
I'll.
Or you could. I mean, put it close. I'm just saying.
Very close.
Oh
Succeed
right,
if
that.
possible.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that existed. I will invoke succeed as the cast.
Okay. All right. So, people do move out of the way, but they look mad about it. Maybe how mad they are about it will be reflected in the result here. Let's see. We will take the worst one that is the most appropriate. Friendly fire. Something's broken. Power drain.
It's off balance. Could be our wagons off balance.
Yeah, I will say that the next check is going to be a -2 penalty. Yep. So as you guys move out of the way, an angry, frustrated citizen, they take their walking stick and they jam it into the fucking wheels of the taxi, and you hear the wheel kind of like sputter, and you hear the thing break, and there's debris in the wheel, and it's a whole thing. All right. As this is happening, I'll roll to see how far she goes this time. All right, so
We
you
also
go ahead
advance,
1. Yep, and then she goes 1, 2, 3, and then she kind of disappears. All right, on your turn, this is the last one. The road is completely clear. Everything is fine, but then you see him up ahead. The man with the cabbage cart. And the cabbage cart, he's going right through the intersection. He's not looking at anything. What do you guys do?
Could I do a sense motive to see if there's like a way that we can predict how he's moving?
Like which way he's going to take the cart?
Yeah.
You can. It would be a DC 15.
Okay.
Is sense motive even a skill, or is that like a?
It's one of the actions.
It's perception.
All right, yeah. Go for it. Yeah, it's perception. Yeah. I keep
Ah.
forgetting that the skills all have baby skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this blind GM or public?
No, everyone will know if you did it or not.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh no!
Rerolling that.
Reroll that.
Okay.
Reroll that.
All right. We were about to see an iconic scene.
My cabbages.
All right.
They go through.
It was real hard to tell. Yeah, it went through. Real hard to tell which way it was going to go. But the last minute, you yelled at the taxi driver to go right. He goes right. You avoid the cabbage cart, and you advance. And out across the way, you see the horse head up into sort of a ritzy neighborhood, and then you could barely see it. It is a house up the hill. And that is where we will end the chase. All right. So you guys have a sense of where her house is.
Well, thanks for that.
I will say that the chase has taken you from Smokeside all the way over to Skyside.
Wow.
which you know, it's fancier, cleaner, better security. He wipes his brow and he looks around and he says,
"Man, we came a long way. All right, 5 people. Distance that we traveled. Number of traffic stop violations that we did. Why don't we call it 2 gold?"
I'm gonna glare at him.
All right, 3 gold, and I never saw you.
I
Two
think
gold
we
and I
should.
repair your cart.
I think we should. I got this one, guys. Stack kind of nods. You never know when we need a good getaway driver. How about 3 gold, and you give us a way to contact you if we ever need you again?
Oh. Wow. A getaway driver. You might have some of the wrong ideas here, but okay. Yeah, I'm into that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the name's Tom Gordon.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom Gordon.
Like it's all one name, or?
Well, my mom, she wanted to give me a human name so I could fit in. So my name's Tom Gordon.
Nice to meet you, Tom. Might have fun driving. And then he hands him the 3 gold from his stash.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. So I mostly work out at Smokeside. But yeah. You send a courier, they'll know where to find me.
Hell yeah.
all right. So let me see. Okay. Let me grab the intention I think is to, you're gonna break into her house tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I gotta grab those maps real quick from the other game. Alright. So the house is fenced in, and it looks like I believe it's a 2-story home. It's very nice. Compared to the squalor where the bank is located and the condition of the bank, this lady's doing pretty well for herself. As the minutes kind of pass and the sun begins to set, you start to hear the pop, pop, pop of firecrackers and fireworks going off all over town, but especially across the river down in Smokeside. Kind of casing the joint from the outside, you can see that there are a few lights on in the home, and there does seem to be a security clockwork out front. Let's see.
Fortunately, I came prepared with rope, grappling hooks, and crowbars.
Nice.
Here we go. Nice home. All right. All right, and I'll go ahead and get those imported real quick. So, duplicate, duplicate. All right. Import. This is the IRL equivalent, I guess, of the DM being like, I have this built with Dwarven Forge. Just a minute. It's in the garage. Hold on. I'll be right back. I've almost got it. I've almost got it. Let's see.
Comes back, bunch of plastic bins.
Yeah. Okay. I will put you guys on this map. Hopefully you didn't spawn too far out of bounds that I can't grab you. Let me see. Oh my god. And on the topic of small ass maps, this is another very cramped map, but And I guess I'll switch you over to some heisty music, because you're heisting this lady's house in a way. It's more like armed robbery and breaking and entering, but you know, whatevs. Alright, so let me bring you over to go.
Okay. That thing looks pretty beef.
Oh man, maybe that's too intensive heist music. Alright, maybe we should do Paris Rooftops for this one. Think of Paris Rooftops. That sounds good. Alright.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. And then we have to set the time of day on the map, so it's gonna be later at night. And put it about here. There we go. Okay. And then let me get Urkham. Put her on there. Okay. So Urkham Dresh is sitting in her office. She has her clockwork dog there. Its head is in fact a crossbow, and it is curled up in front of her desk. Her horse is parked out front, and you see that she has her own. It looks like a security handler by the door, and obviously the door would be locked. Okay, so that's the general vibe when you arrive. Now, I did mention that it's a fenced-in property, so you guys would need to circumvent the fence to actually be on the map, but I'm putting you here so you can kind of see what you're working with and kind of go from there.
Is it like a hoppable fence, or like this is like a really like tall, like spikes at the top kind of deal?
I mean, it's the spikes at the top map, you know, but it's certainly doable for most people that, you know how to climb and stuff. So assume that this kind of driveway goes off map a little bit to like a gate, and then yeah, there's a fence that goes around the property.
Is there a guard at the gate as well? Because if not, I might be able to just pick that and sneak by.
There does not seem to be a guard at the gate. You just see the guard up at the house.
Is there a decent distance between the house and the gate, or is it actually pretty close?
Ooh, I should probably have the porch lights lit. Hold on. There we go. Okay. From the gate to the house is we'll add another 20 feet onto what you see.
And do we see like neighboring houses nearby? Or they visible
yes. Oh yeah. Property is a commodity here. So on the other side, there's like cookie cutter houses just like this.
Probably want to avoid getting a firefight out on the front lawn.
Now there are fireworks being set off, so it could mask the sound of gunfire. And right about now, we'll say that it's about what it says on the clock. So it's 7:08 p.m. And I didn't switch your minis, but we will assume that you guys are all under the effects of the illusion still.
Maybe we try to sneak in the back of the house and then work our way in. And if any conflict arises, it'll pull the robot inside where we can deal with it.
Yeah, and I'd like to deal with the fight inside the house. Maybe sneak by on the side of the house and get in that way.
Maybe we could jimmy a window.
Is it a single floor, single story house? Or is it?
It is a 2-story house. So there's a ground floor and the first floor, or first floor and the second floor, depending on, I guess, where in the world you are. But yeah, there's ground floor and there's a upper floor.
All right, I vote we go counterclockwise around to the back. See what we find.
I don't know, class past the horse.
Does the horse look active?
The horse has been deactivated for the night.
I can
stay front, keep sight lines on her as well as the clockwork. I'm better at a distance.
Would you have a way to communicate with the party though?
Nope. I would have to see when things are popping off and work accordingly.
Do you have like a whistle or like a sound you can make in that voice box of yours? Like a bird sound or a...
Mechanically, I don't think so. I could say that I make a whistle, but like, yeah. As for having like a signaling whistle or something like that, I don't have that.
So watching from, across the street, you see the silhouette of a tall, buxom human. She walks in, and she seems to be speaking to Dresh from what you can see. And then the exit scene.
Wrap.
All right.
So,
as you guys are out on the street, it's not as busy here as it is down in Smokeside. So the later it gets, the more awkward it's going to be for a group of people to be just hanging out on the street in an upscale neighborhood.
All right, guys, which way you want to go?
Shall we go over here and try and go over the wall?
All right, let's do it.
Not
over the wall. Then we'll be on someone else's lawn.
I meant over the fence.
Yeah, like
property.
Yeah. So the properties are right up against each other. So you could go into the neighbor's yard, and then hop the fence again, or you could just hop it at the very corner of the lot, and then sort of hug the fence if you want to do that. All right.
Just hop that fence.
Vulture, are you sticking with the group or are you hanging back?
Shit, I'll stick with it.
Okay. All right, I will need from everybody. I guess I use your passive stealth and I do the active stealth of the people. No, you guys are trying to do a thing against these people. Okay. So everybody give me blind GM rolls for stealth. You are able to stealth because no one is aware of you and can see you. All right, cool. But I'll need everybody to have one on record, essentially.
Question. I assume because I'm still wearing my armor, the habit disguise does not remove any negatives.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So, as Ketrin is kind of following you guys in, you just hear the cha-chank, 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 cha-chank. And you hear a slight release of steam from by the front door, and then you hear of like servos. You get the sense that it is coming to investigate the sound it heard.
Motion for Ketrin to jump the fence, get on the other side.
Oh, into the neighbor's yard.
Yep, into the neighbor's yard. While the rest of us need to turn the corners quick.
All right. So what we'll do then is you are there next to them, discretion. So I would need, because we're in a dangerous situation now and you can't take your time climbing the fence, I do need an athletics from Ketrin and discretion if they plan to hop the fence before the clockwork turns the corner.
I'd like to create a diversion.
Okay.
I throw a rock near the horse, make it sound like it was a horse winding down for the night, making a noise.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. All right. So, there isn't a creative diversion skill, is there? Like, that'd be crazy.
There is.
There is. All right, go ahead and do it. Creative diversion, trick or gesture. Got it.
Nice.
All right. So that overcomes its will and perception, and it quickly turns to look at that. Katrin, that would buy you and discretion. Well, discretion is use one of their pack-a-mans to cause a distraction. But yeah, you guys could try to hustle further back if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Then yes, I will.
I'll unpause it and you guys hustle further back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Walks over, picks up the rock, looks around. You do hear the servos kind of pick up again, and you do hear its heavy footfalls coming back towards the side of the house.
So we gotta go. We gotta get behind the house.
Now, in the kitchen, a tall, buxom woman is preparing to plate dinner at this here table. And so, as you approach view of this window, that same stealth roll from before, well, actually, this is a different person. I'd say Ketcher, since you got caught, I need a fresh one from you. The rest of you will let your other ones ride. So, Ketcher, go ahead and give me a fresh stealth. Okay. So, yeah, as you guys are kind of moving back there, you could hear the servo sounds and heavy footfalls of the resolute clockwork handler coming to investigate the side of the house. All right. So where your minis are, I guess, is how I'll treat it as I'm moving them about. It is dark, so it's going to turn on its lantern. All right. You guys see it activate its lantern, and it keeps looking around, trying to figure out where the thrown rock came from. So it's closing in on you guys. Where are you guys headed?
Or the back door?
All right. If you stay where you are, then it's definitely going to find you. And in Pathfinder, if they could draw line of sight to you, and there's nothing but to conceal you, they just see you. All right.
The bushes.
Okay. So as you guys, rush across, discretion, are you staying back or are you going with the group?
Yeah, I'll keep up with it.
Okay. All right. So as you guys hustle to the bushes, you hear again, clank, 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 clank. Nonchalant citizen moves to the window and says, "What in tarnation? What was that noise? Huh? Miss Dresh? Miss Dresh?" And she leaves the kitchen. All right. The clockwork handler comes to here. It looks around. There is a whirling, buzzing kind of sound, and then like a thin piece of paper prints out from its clavicle area, and it reads, "Must have been the wind." And then it heads back towards the front door.
Might be our chance to get inside. She left the kitchen, I think.
Yeah. Well, so
Check the
Dresh
door.
is about to come back and investigate the kitchen or whatever. So what if we go in
Get into one of the side rooms.
and then we like sneak
Oh, wow,
away
that
in
was
here?
unlocked.
Hey. And then we sneak away in here. And we're lurking here. Oh, it's not very big.
Okay. You hear a conversation and from two people and footsteps coming back towards the kitchen.
Hide in here, everyone.
I'm actually gonna stay outside.
Okay, you're gonna stay outside. All right.
Yeah, and I'll just bust in if something goes bad because I'm real bad at stealth, y'all.
Right as you see the tall woman's shadow looming in the doorway of the kitchen. You hear Urkum Dresh say, "Oh wait, the doors are closed." Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and give me a perception. Everybody in the house. Oh, did the back door get left open, or are you gonna close it real quick, Keshin?
I'll close it and
All right.
then I'll go to under this window.
Oh,
but
you're
I'm
gonna wait.
ducking
You're
down.
gonna duck under the window. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So then you could also roll a perception check. Okay. So discretion, you would hear, and Stack, you can't hear. There's just too many people in the stairway. And Vulture,
Perception.
you can hear.
There's perception's on the main sheet.
Okay. I guess it would also be a seek action off of the actions sheet. I'm gonna really have to commit
Okay.
all the actions to memory instead of just relying on rolling skills. But Vulture, you're in one squad. That's good. In discretion, you're by yourself, so you would be able to whisper to the rest of the squad. You hear Dresh say,
Actually, I'm thinking I'll just have it by the fire. Maybe you could play me a song tonight, Sylvia.
And Sylvia, the tall woman, says, well, all right, if that's what makes you happy, why don't you go in there and I'll bring the food to you. And you hear heavy footfalls, and then you hear lighter footfalls, and Sylvia is gathering up food onto a tray, and then she exits through the door to the west and disappears from the kitchen.
My companions like whisper quietly, "What do we do?" Should we try to like grab her and try to get her to be quiet, or do we just rush in, guns out? I don't want to hurt the help.
Maybe we could like snatch her real quick and pull her into the doorway.
Yeah.
You guys start to hear piano music.
Ah, damn it.
Did we see where that piano was located in the house?
Well, I mean, through the windows it would be.
Yeah, you saw that it was
in
the front left wing of the house.
All right, so they're both headed to that room. Let's make our move, and if we're really lucky, we'll intercept what's her face on her way there. After you, Vulture.
I am not going to do anything until somebody tells me to come in. So.
Okay. Now, you are aware of Ketrin because it sounds like two trash cans are making love outside the window. But
Damn.
you guys don't see Ketrin, but they're right there.
All right, just kind of get right here. Can we do the Q peek? Oh no.
Yeah, the Q keyword.
I think
peaks.
Q to peek works.
It's like giving me less to look at when I press Q. I see now it works. I see what you do.
Yeah, you gotta hold and drag.
Yeah,
Okay.
just hover your mouse where you want to peek at.
Yeah. Okay, so they're both in there.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to say that she's collateral damage at this point. Let's try not to hurt her. And
now, Dresh, she has her boots off, her big old hairy feet. They're up on an ottoman.
Wait. She would have abandoned all of her stuff in her office.
Yeah, check her for her
well,
coat.
She is definitely not wearing her golden breastplate that you saw her wearing earlier in the day, nor is she wearing her cool helmet. Who wears a breastplate and helmet to work? I don't know.
It's a fashion statement.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
I'd like to, sneak over to her office real quick and.
All right. As you pass through, I'll need a fresh stealth. Because the ornery Clockwork Hunter has moved in to listen to the music. And you will also be passing by this window wherein the Resolute Clockwork Broker might be able to see you.
Okay. Alright. So a sneak or a stealth or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneak, excuse me. Yes.
I'll be joining you because I've got +7.
Alright. Okay.
Vulture, where are you going?
That's alright. Wanted to be up here by this side.
Alright, so Stack, you make it across and into this room without being seen. So move yourself there. But Record Scratch, discretion, right as you pass the opening of the door, the ornery Clockwork looks up and over at you. And it lets out a mechanical yark.
Opportune distraction.
Okay.
I have a hero card.
All right.
Which is this.
Damn. Oh my god.
Greater cover while I'm moving.
Okay.
Oh, he takes like the plant, and goes with it.
I assume it's especially now firework takes it.
All right, so yeah. As you spend the hero point and that card.
Oh wait,
Sarah...
it's at the start of your turn though.
Serendipitously, there is a loud bang from out the window. Everyone looks that way. You grab this potted plant and you move it over to where you are, and then you move to where the potted plant is. The Clockwork Hunter looks back and sees the plant is there. It cocks its crossbow head side to side, trying to make sense of what is happening here. All right.
Incredible.
I would need a fresh stealth to continue to try to catch it with Stack the Deck, or we can see what Stack the Deck finds.
I'll wait here for now.
Yeah, he goes like a shh, and then he rifles through her desk and her things. Like he checks the drawers, he checks like see if she had hung up her coat, but I mean a
yeah. So you see there's a beautiful and expensive ornamental candy bowl on the desk, and in it you see some keys, clockwork keys, and big fancy keys.
All right, I take the whole thing.
And the candy bowl.
Yeah, and the candy bowl, and can anyone wear breastplates? I'm assuming.
The breastplate would probably be upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah,
So okay. So you can't give it. Okay.
Actually, she just got home from work. You know what? The breastplate is over here in this chair.
All right. Can I like hold it? Is it big? Is it?
I believe breastplate has a decent bulk, but you should be able to grab it.
Okay. Yeah, I take all the keys and all the breastplates. It's
a carried bulk of 3.
Okay. And then I will open this window and try to tumble out, and then I just tell everybody to I try to somehow. I don't have a signal.
You don't have a signal.
You signal discretion.
You would see discretion pressed hard up against the corner.
All right. I give discretion like the signal to get out of here. I got it, and then he tumbles out the window.
Okay. All right. So opening the window is gonna be fine. But the whole act, I will require one more sneak, and then discretion. You need to sneak to get out of your current predicament.
Yes.
While you two are thinking about that, Bellinora and Vulture, are you guys doing anything, or are you just waiting to see what happens?
I am discretion. See, the rest of the gang.
Discretion can see Vulture. In the doorway between the kitchen and the dining room.
Yeah, if discretion signals that we're leaving, then
like make a shoe noise, gesture.
Okay.
All right, then Vulture will start backing out.
Yeah. So I need to. Maybe wait a couple seconds and then try and sneak out myself.
All right, so you guys take some deep calming breaths.
Quietly
and then
grease the hinges.
Then you hear Urkum Dress discretion say, "This good steak. I like it. You did a good job. Did a good job there, Bruce. Sylvia Bruce. What would I do without you? You keep my life running like clockwork." And then you hear Sylvia Bruce say, "Just doing my part, ma'am. How was the day at the office?" She says, I gotta take care of everything now. Used to be I could lean on Byron, but I think I leaned on him a bit too hard. Fool's so deep in the pesh, he can barely keep himself together. Smells like shit every morning when he comes in. I make him wash up in the washroom, because the customers don't need me smelling that on him. Lord knows what he's getting up to every night. I don't even want to think about it. I can't believe I even trust him with the other key for the vault. You know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm taking his key away. I'm just going to keep both of them on me from now on. Can't trust anybody in these days, especially if they're on the drugs. You know what I'm saying? And then Sylvia Bruce, who's definitely on the drugs to deal with this woman, says, absolutely, ma'am. All right.
We'll motion to Ketrin that, we're leaving.
Okay.
As you're getting ready to leave, Sylvia Bruce says, "Ma'am, when are your clockworks coming back from the repair shop?" And Urkum Dress says, tomorrow afternoon. 6 of them is out for repair. That leaves 6 more. I obviously took one appropriated to protect the house, as you know. But that leaves 5 more that we've got. I got 2 set
by the front door, one set by the back door, and I got 2 of them hidden inside the vault. Pretty clever, huh?
And Sylvia Bruce says, "Oh yes, ma'am." All right, now you can go.
We got that little intel.
That was a lot of notes.
That wasn't the GM keeping this there for all of that. This is own like character flaws of not being able to like avoid listening to gossip. Incapable. But then she'll try and sneak off.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Stack will like pass all the stuff to Vulture through the window, and then he'll try to sneak out.
All right, Vulture, you are technically through these windows in sight of the clockwork, so I will need a stealth from you as well if you're reaching up to grab goods.
Oh,
so
if it's easier for me just to roll at all, but
I mean it's already happening. So let's get a stealth from Vulture, a stealth from Stack, and a stealth from Discretion to try to get out of here. All right. So Discretion. Oof, Stack.
Oh boy.
And this is where it all starts falling up. Oh my goodness. So Vulture, you got a natty 1.
Fucking hero point magic.
But I'll tell you this, everyone else got caught also. So I don't know if you want to save your hero point or just let it ride.
I'll save it then. If everyone else flubbed.
All right. So
it's 2 nat 1.
Here we go.
Okay. Here we go indeed. Now, I will caution that you do not have to stick around and fight this house full of baddies. This could just be getting the hell out of there. But we will go ahead and roll everybody and everything into initiative. All right.
Discretion
To escape the property, you will need to make an athletics check or something similar to get over the fence / gate / wall. Now, Discretion, you move past the doorway. Which direction were you heading? Towards the are you heading towards Stack or heading towards the back door?
I think towards the back door.
Okay, so towards the back door is where you were headed. All right, as you pass this window, this clockwork.
Back door's the other way, right?
Oh, you're doing the back door? Okay, I thought you were heading that way. Okay, so back door, as you're heading that way, this doggo with its passive 17 would have noticed you as you went by the doorway. So we'll assume that right about there is when it, spotted you. With your natty 1 Vulture, as you are handed the breastplate through the window, you drop it. And it just goes like clunk, 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 clunk. The clockwork had already seen Stack through the window. Stack, you didn't even notice, but it was staring at you through the window as you were opening the window and handing the goods through the window. Ketrin, you're just living your life. And it looks like Bella is almost out of the property. And that is where we'll pick up. Everybody roll their initiative.
I was like so close to freedom and I stop when I hear the sound. It's like just counting our blessings like, oh, we did it. Oh, shit.
Would this be initiative with stealth or perception then?
You could use stealth for initiative. Yes, absolutely. Those of you who are stealthing, you could definitely use stealth for initiative if you feel like that would be a better move. If you've already rolled initiative and you wanted to use stealth, tell me what the modifier is. I'll increase your initiative by that amount. Like what the difference would have been.
Oh, mine would be another +2.
I think I have a +1 additionally with stealth because my initiative is +3 and my stealth is +4.
27, man.
Ah, man. This is gonna throw a wrench in things.
All right,
let's see.
We're gonna have to make quick work of Byron. Because, like, she knows what's up now.
We have to kill her. Or not.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Alright, so,
Rampage.
beginning the encounter, Resolute Clockwork Handler. Alright. This is like not my first Pathfinder combat as GM, but feels like it. It is going to spend 2 Pac-Mans to activate Siren.
God.
So here we go. The resolute clockwork emits a loud noise such as a bell or high-pitched mechanical scream that can be easily heard by anyone within 500 feet. That means that any local shield marshals or shield marshal deputies will probably come running to this location because these people are rich. As criminals, you guys can give me a society or a thievery, to see if these would be blind rolls to see if you know the response time in this section of town. Like, how long do you have before people show up?
I have an underworld lore. Can I use that?
You may roll that, and I will give it a lower DC.
Okay.
All right, Katrin, discretion, and Bellinora, and definitely stack the deck. You guys all know that this section of town, they could be here in as early as a minute, but no later than 5 minutes. You're gonna have some shield marshals on the scene. In combat rounds, that could be anywhere from 10 to 50 combat rounds, but it does mean that sticking around after the combat could be problematic, unless you have, some quick thinking. We'll see what happens. All right. Is somebody eating, like, ice cream? What was that? There's like a weird...
Yeah. I'm sorry, it was a smoothie.
Oh, god damn it. All right.
That's close.
Ugh. Yeah, it was a milkshake all over. Okay. All right, I got it back down. All right. If you're within 30 feet of this creature, you will have trouble hearing, and it will force fortitude saves to hear what the hell's going on. So I guess I ought to turn on an aura for this bad boy. I've got a macro for that. Here we go. All right. Did it turn on? Let me see. I got him selected. Selected diary range of your aura 30 feet. Oh, okay. Weird. So he's up, and then he's going to take a stride action, and he is going to stride towards the window. All right. So that is his turn. And then play would pass to the horse. The horse is turned off, so probably doesn't need to be an initiative. I'll just mark it as defeated. There we go. Sylvia. Sylvia says, "Oh my gosh! Why's the alarm going off? Is it malfunctioning?" And Urkup Drash is gonna say, "It better be. You wait here." And so Sylvia is going to cling to her piano with all three of her Pac-Mans. Vulture, to you.
Great. All right. Well, I don't want this. This thing is loud.
Yes.
There's also still fireworks kind of going off.
Well, it's definitely fireworks going off, but they do not sound like this. This sounds like just like over and over and over again.
Consensus, shut this thing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Since I rolled stealth for initiative, I'm turning on one shot, one kill.
Okay.
Eliminate witnesses.
I'm gonna yell. We might have the key, because I saw Stack the Deck tried to hand some keys out the door.
Yeah, I was thinking I could steal the horse, but
You probably can.
You did see some clockwork keys in there.
I'm gonna take a shot at the automaton or clockwork.
Yeah, get away.
Ooh, that is definitely gonna hit.
24.
So you're shooting through one window, and then out another window at this guy.
Yep.
All right, so he would get a bonus to his AC, but a 24 would still hit easily.
That's damage.
All right, and that is piercing damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay. These guys do have resistance to physical, so he does take less damage. Seems to take 2 less damage from physical.
I think trying to look because it's also supposed to add. No, it's just toggle. Essentially, it's supposed to.
Yeah,
add
remember you
another-
don't get dexterity to your ranged attacks. It's one of the first things people kind of notice
Yeah,
when they come over
yeah,
to
yeah.
Pathfinder.
But I think
is
there's
they're
supposed
like,
to be
oh, that yeah.
an additional D6 from one shot, one kill. Which I'm not
Oh,
seeing
okay.
it on there. About this really.
Let's see. Your first shot deals additional 1d6. Okay, so it takes another 4 points of damage. Nice.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Oof. Why does it have real blood? That's horrible. Right,
They
I
filled
thought the
these
blood
things
would be-
with.
I mean, sometimes oil's red, but there you go. All right.
All right. So that's one Pac-Man to do that strike. Did he successfully give me the stuff, or is it still like on the ground?
Well, I'm assuming that he handed you the breastplate because he doesn't really need to hand you a candy bowl. So like he could have put that in his pouch or whatever. So yeah, I'm assuming he has the keys and shit. You drop the breastplate on the ground right there.
Do I really care about this breastplate? Not really.
All right.
I'm gonna spend my second Pac-Man to start moving away.
Okay.
Whatever, full distance 25, and then I'm going to getting into the brush and whatnot. I'm going to attempt a cover reload.
Okay. You duck into a safe position, minimize your profile. You can take cover or attempt to hide, then interact to reload as normal. I would say that this porch is raised up off the ground, so that does, if you're crouching down, you could break line of sight long enough to try a hide. Now, he will be aware of you. He just won't know where you know, he won't be able to see you, essentially.
Yeah, I was kind of wanting to do that more in the brush to do that.
And we'll just assume that the edge of the map is the wall of the property that you climb over.
Okay. So then I'll do a hide action.
Okay. Okay. It is keenly aware of your location.
Nah. But I think I still get the reload off, if I'm not mistaken. I can still get the hide. And that's all three of my Pac-Mans.
Alright. Play passes to Ketrin.
Okay. I am going to drive forward to here.
Grab this breastplate off the ground?
Maybe. I'm a dwarf, and I know how clockwork things work. Can I, looking at the keys that Stack the Deck has in his candy dish, can I attempt to grab one that might work for this automaton?
So there is a ring of keys, and there are some clockwork keys on there mixed in with the normal looking keys. The issue is each clockwork is issued its own unique key. So from the clockwork keys that are on there, there are 13 different keys.
Okay.
Yeah. Now they are
So that
labeled. They are labeled in Dwarven 1 through 12 and horse.
Can I look and see if I can see any kind of a number? On
yeah. So give me a seek. That would be a seek action then.
Okay.
So it'd be one Pac-Man to move up, one Pac-Man to pick up the keys or grab the keys from Stack the Deck, and then your last Pac-Man to seek action to see if you could see that on there. Yes. You see that this one is labeled number 7.
I will communicate that to Stack the Deck and tell him to turn it off.
The number is very subtle. It would be on the equivalent of his right butt cheek.
Okay.
All right.
And that's all I can do.
Play passes a Stack. Ketron holding the ring of keys back out to you.
All right.
As the end of turn.
Stack takes the keys.
Uh-huh.
And he goes to the butt cheek, tries to shimmy it around, kind of like.
Well, its winding port is actually on the base of its spine. The number was on its butt cheek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get behind him, so I have to somehow.
Yeah, so you would have to tumble through to really
tumble.
Get at
so I'll
him.
try to tumble through him. Have that have that check for that.
And the window's shot out, so. Alright.
Yeah. So as you go to tumble through, you're going up against. Let's see. I believe it's against their acrobatics as well. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Or it's a reflex, I think. Let's see. Tumble through. You can use this. You start up to your speed during the time you try to move through. It's against their reflex. Its reflex is a 17, so a 16 would not do it.
Can I succeed at a cost?
Oh, absolutely. All right. So the options are: your weapon gets stuck, you hurt your elbow, you're off balance, or spell shield. I would say that going through a window and past the robot, you are off balance, so you are slowed 2.
Okay.
All right. And that would, let's see, you grabbed the keys, one Pac-Man, you moved over one Pac-Man, and then you tumbled through one Pac-Man. And that would be 3 actions. And so slow
through was part of the move.
Part of the move. Okay, so you'd have one more action left, which would eat up one of the slow, and the next turn you'd have 1 slow left, and that would be your turn.
Okay.
All right. So then play would pass to Dresh. All right, Dresh is gonna come take a look at what's going on. As she comes here, there's a discretion sleuth skill and a potting plant. She says, "What?" And she's going to try to punch you. Here we go. Uh, 12 is gonna miss. Let's see. Do you have any other cool moves here? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. She is going to use a feint on you. So here we go. And that succeeds. And she says, "Oh, I think we got off to the wrong foot, partner. Why don't we just sit down and explain everything that's going on, okay?" And
would have advised next time, do the feinting before you punch.
Fair. This is giving her the benefit of a generous distraction. And then she is going to attack second time, but this will be with map, but you will be flat-footed this time. I think I have a macro for flat-footed.
She moved, punched me, fainted, and.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah. All right, so that is the end of her turn. Play would pass to Ornery Clockwork Hunter. All right, so she's blocking up the door. Ornery Clockwork Hunter will just shoot crossbows out of its head. That seems pretty good. All right. Let's see. And her generous distraction makes you flat-footed against her specifically and her melee strikes. I thought it gave it for everybody. Oh well. All right. Ornery is going to. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to use target weakness. It's going to take a moment to scan a creature for weaknesses, and then strike with a +1 circumstance bonus to its attack rolls. The strike will gain deadly D4 trait for this attack. So now it will make an attack against you. There is some cover in between the two of you, with her being in the doorway. So here we go. I would say there'd be a +1 from the ability, but I'm going to take the +1 away because they're shooting through her. So here we go.
Yikes.
24 is going to hit. I don't believe deadly activates unless it's a crit. So you just take a single point of damage.
I don't know.
Alright. Alright, and then let's see. That was target weakness allows it to do a strike and do that. And then I would say, yeah, it'll just take another shot and try for the best. Here we go.
God's sake.
Ooh, alright. So that does have the deadly added to it.
Mm.
I believe. Let me check. No, it's only for that first attack with the heavy deadly. Alright, so it only deals a D3. Wait, no, I didn't hit the crit. Yeah, twice that, so it would have been 6. Okay. Got it. Alright. Cool. Alright, so it does 6 damage, and then that will be its full allotment of Pac-Mans. Alright, going to Bellinora.
All right. Bellinora, who had almost escaped the property, turns back to see her allies, and I start moving this way. As I enter 30-foot radius of this thing, you said there was a fortitude save to get close to it? Is that correct?
No, it's just while you're in the aura, if you want to hear anything, you have to pass a fortitude save.
Okay.
Yep.
So then I call out to Stack the Deck, heads up, and she pulls a glowing bottle from her bandolier and throws a bottled lightning at it.
Okay.
Target and strike. Why is this rolling with a +4? I feel like it should be a +6.
Is it beyond the range? It says range increment 20.
Oh, I'm in 21. I tried to get myself. I thought it doesn't snap to grid like it.
Okay.
I was just.
All right, a 16 would hit though.
Okay.
All right, so give me damage.
I accidentally rolled it privately, but and then if it hits it with the flat-footed.
You deal splash damage only to your primary target instead of the usual splash area. Okay, so it's 3 damage to primary target, no damage to Stack the Deck. All right,
right.
The creature actually takes 2 extra points of damage. It is weak to electricity.
Oh, cool. And it's flat-footed until I think my turn.
It would also take that 1.
Yes, it takes the splash damage always, but if I hit, I get the hit damage.
Ooh, okay. Then the splash damage also adds 2. Yep. Because it's a separate damage source, so that would actually kill it.
Oh. And yeah, then like Stack, like lightning sparkles around you, but just very narrowly misses you completely.
Very nice, if I do say so myself. He's amused.
All right.
Please do.
Anything else from Bellinora? That was what, 1 action. Did you?
Well,
hold on. I got a Pathfinder DM. Did you have it in hand when combat started? Otherwise, it's another Pac-Man to pull it out. So.
I have the quick draw feat, which allows me to draw and throw in the same action.
Beautiful. Okay.
I did move 10 feet forward, and am I to understand in Pathfinder I can't move, stop, and then move?
You can't break up the move, right? You gotta move, and then if you want to move again, it's another action to move again.
Okay, that's fine. I probably would have moved closer if I had known that, but I think I'm fine where I am.
Okay. All right.
I guess I have another action though, so I can move again if I want to. Or I could throw. How far am I from where I want to be? I could. I am allowed to throw again because this is 3-action economy, and I can just. Yeah. So I think what I want to do is throw it. No, I'm not gonna set the building on fire.
I will point out this window and this window are still intact. So
Okay.
If you threw a bomb, it would probably smash against the window, or it might pass through the window depending on what the bomb is.
Okay. I'm just gonna move up here with my last action. I move up to stack the deck, kind of maybe up here, right there, and that is my turn.
All right, discretion to you.
Yeah. I'm loving where I am. Okay, well, I need to farm some panache, so I'm just gonna bully the help.
You're gonna bully the help? Okay.
Yeah, just be like, stay out of this. Bruce. Demoralize him. I think it's a higher success likelihood.
Ooh, that is a critical success. Very nice. Alright, so she is frightened too.
So, that makes me feel really good about myself, apparently, because I now have panache.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna show this dwarf what a real hunt is, aka claws. In the hopes that they die easily when they're not wearing armor.
Mm-hmm.
So, will I just do a finisher immediately? Yeah, I'm just gonna immediately do my finisher.
Okay.
So I'll swipe them with my claws. Ooh, I could also feint. Yeah, I'm gonna feint. Got that. I'll show them how to feint as well. Try and get a crit.
That
so
is a
they're
crit.
flat-footed. Would have preferred the 20 on the next thing I do. Claws. This is a finisher. It's a confident finisher.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Okay.
God
so
damn.
Jesus.
This means instead of a +2 precision, it's +2 6. I think that's all like sorted out by Foundry already. So let's hope.
All right, 20 points of damage. Holy shit! All right. She's taken to bloodied.
That's how you faint, miss. And that's my turn.
All right. We go into the second round. All right. See Clockwork Horse. All right. So Sylvia is frightened, and then she sees that Miss Dresch took this real bad hit. She is going to Urkham Dresch is going to say, Sylvia, what are you standing around for? Shoot him! All right. So Sylvia is going to where's she keeping her gun at this time of night? All right. She's going to take a stride action. Let's see. There we go. And then take a second stride action into the kitchen. And then she will take an action to fish around in this drawer, and she pulls out a gun. That is her turn. All right, so she now has a pistol as a -1 creature. I'm sure this will play out well for her. Her fear goes down by 1.
Yeah.
And then play passes a vulture.
All right. I have a sight line to Dresch.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Holy shit. Yeah, even with all the cover that she might have had, that is going to hit critically. Give me the damage.
I guess we are killing her. You said that was critical?
Yeah, it was a critical hit.
Yeah.
All right.
As was stated before, you can't non-lethal range attacks.
Yep.
So that's 30 damage. All right, her head explodes.
Well, I answered the question earlier. Am I afraid to kill? Nope.
All right. Anything else from Vulture?
Vulture's gonna start moving away from the scene of the crime.
All right.
Movement, and then it was athletics to hop the fence.
Yes.
Hold on there. Now we can rob her entire house.
Do you want to
we
stick
can.
around?
We have 4 turns, I think, to rob the rest
Okay.
of her house.
Yeah.
All right.
4 turns minimum to.
Well, I'm gonna.
The response is
8 turns
1 minute,
minimum.
1 to 5 minutes. So you would have 8 turns to try to rob as much as you could, but then there could be shield marshals on site.
Yeah, I don't feel like dealing with the
We
rest
should
of
get out
them.
of here.
So movement, and then athletics to hop the fence to
Okay.
start making my way out of here.
All right. Yeah, you hop over the fence, and you're essentially off map and out of encounter. All right, Ketchrin, to you.
Okay, I am concerned about this poor woman that is inside. So I'm gonna climb through the window. Do
All right,
I
fair
need
enough.
to make?
Nope.
I can
as
just
part, as
move.
part of yep. As part of it. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna move. Oh, hang on. It's not letting me go in.
All right. Here you go.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna move just in here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna yell at her. Stand down, Sylvia. If you cooperate with us, we'll make sure you get this house, and you won't have to serve that woman no more.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Well, you definitely don't have to serve the woman anymore.
All right. So are you intimidating, or are you telling her a fib here?
I am being truthful.
Okay.
And
all
I
right.
have a bonus to convince her that I'm being truthful because
All
I'm
right.
an Oathkeeper dwarf.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. This would be then, I believe, an intimidation.
I
her
think
to
it's
stand
a-
down. Demoralize.
Diplomacy?
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a diplomacy and I get a +2 bonus to convince her that I'm telling her the truth.
All right. Go ahead and give me that diplomacy.
Okay. Blind roll?
No, you could do yeah, she's pretty
Okay.
transparent, so.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. Okay. You hear the gun clatter back into the drawer.
She knows a good deal when she hears one.
It says, "Well, I don't know what this is about, but my name's Sylvia Bruce, and I don't want to die tonight."
Listen, all you gotta do is when the shield marshals get here, you tell them it was some goblin kids that were just throwing firecrackers, and Miss Dresch ran off after them to put the fear of God in them, okay?
Wait, you taking her body?
I mean, do you want it?
Yeah, if their body's missing, they're gonna blame me. I ain't a good liar.
Oh, yeah, we'll take it. No, we'll take it, and then we'll put it somewhere else so that she didn't die here.
Oh, okay.
How you explain the blood?
To clean this up in 4
She's
turns.
unpaid.
All right, stack, you're up.
I
With
feel like
the
a maid
siren
in this setting
disabled,
knows.
You can
All
hear.
right.
You can hear this exchange.
Okay, it's like, I believe I'm gonna liberate this horse from her, though.
Well, yeah, she
Well,
would have
obviously-
taken her horse to
Right.
go after the goblin kids.
Right.
Okay.
Can I, Bellinor, do you also want to get on the horse? I can, grab you and swing
That'd
you
be great.
on, or? Yeah.
I love that.
Okay. Let's see. As cool as that is, I'm trying to think of it in the
Yeah.
mechanics
How's
of
the
being an
Pac-Man support that?
initiative. Yeah. So they are small. What's your total bulk that you're carrying?
Let's see. I weigh 35 pounds. I don't have much on me. There's my bulk.
And bulk's determined by size, not weight.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm a small. Where do I
Uh-huh.
find the bulk? It's inventory probably.
Yeah, inventory.
Hmm.
It'll tell you at the bottom. Literally, it says carried bulk at the bottom of your inventory.
Carried bulk. I 4, I think.
4. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And smalls are 3 bulk.
Yeah, so that would be a total of 7 bulk. So stack the deck. You are already at it looks like 9 bulk. So it would be she would honestly be too heavy with all her equipment for you to pick up and pull onto the horse with you from that distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
calling
She's
me
got
fat?
too much on her. You're overburdened. So 1 Pac-Man to move over, 1 Pac-Man to grab the key, 1 Pac-Man to activate the horse.
Okay.
I'll
The
catch
horse
up
is
with you.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's false advertising. If you think that 3 actions mean 3 D&D actions, you're gonna be very disappointed. Like three actions is literally like 3 things. Period. But it's cool. You move over, you grab the key, you turn the horse back on. All right.
That's the end of me.
Yep. All right. So that brings us to the Ornery Clockwork Hunter. All right, Ornery Clockwork Hunter. It ain't done yet. It's got protocols. So it's going to just take a shot at discretion. Same deal. It is going to use target weakness. So here we go. This is with a +1. And 14's gonna miss. And then it is going to... I guess I'll just take a second shot. Yeah, I'll just take a second shot. And this will be a straight roll. There we go. And that is going to miss as well. And it's going to spend its last action reloading. You hear some grinding of gears inside the neck area. And you see the tip of a crossbow bolt kind of pop out of the center of its face. And that will be its turn. That brings us to Bellinora.
Oh wow, we're back here. I think I'm looking through a window right now. Is that correct? This right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a whole window that hasn't been smashed.
It hasn't been smashed yet.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, because that means I have to use a Pac-Man to get to the door, a Pac-Man to open it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I didn't declare that I have my gun drawn, so I imagine I wouldn't have my gun in my hand.
Correct.
Which
Yep,
means I'd have to spend my entire turn, walk over, open door, and draw a gun.
Correct. On your sheet, you can like have things equipped, and there's like little icons for like hands and stuff. I have you guys totally on the honor system on this. I'm not gonna like audit you or whatever, but that's how it's done. Is like hand economy is like a big part of their 3-action economy. Like what are in your hands?
So
do you
before
have
you even
hands
get into
free?
an encounter, you want to account for your hands and make sure you equip stuff.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't really do anything of significant meaning on this turn, but I guess I'll open the door for my friends because I guess that's kind of like the nature of this system. All right. So I move. I open. The door is locked.
The door is locked.
I've already used. Does that count as my action to try to find out that the door is locked?
Gosh, I don't know if that. I guess it would because you did spend. You interacted with it to try to open it. Yeah. So you have 1 Pac-Man left.
And I curse under my breath.
Technically, this horse isn't awake yet because Stack was still slowed from before, so they would have only had 2 Pac-Mans, not 3. Yeah.
I look off in the distance for Jeremy Crawford to come save me, and he's not. But he does not come. And then I.
He looks at you from afar. You change systems, my son.
Yep.
Listen,
so
it gets easier once you start to accept that you can't do fucking everything in one turn. Like you have to take a longer view of things. You have to take a longer view of things.
Yep, of course. All right. Well, am I close enough to try to smash this window with just my put my elbow into it?
Technically, the window is adjacent to you, so you could try.
Or open it. Jimmy it open.
Yeah, that would be a gosh, that would be a force open.
I'll try it.
Let's see. And that would be a -2 on top of your -2 because you don't have a crowbar in your hand.
I'm going to draw my gun, and that's my turn.
I've been playing this for 30 weeks, buddy.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
All right, it's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. Discretion, you're up.
I draw my crowbar.
Okay. So one back man to pull out your crowbar.
One to step here. One to force open.
Okay. You're gonna try to force open the front door? Is that the play?
Yes.
Okay. This will be significantly harder than just smashing open the window, but yeah, go for it.
Well,
I mean, you are on this side of the door, so you could just unlock the door.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, it's not locked by key.
I imagine it's locked by key outside, but inside, right?
I don't know how. I mean, yes, there is a key, but there's on this side. There's the latch. You just undo the latch on this
That
side.
sounds very more sense.
Okay. Yes. Yep. So but I get it. Your blood is up. You know, you're like, yeah, smash. So you walk up and you're ready to pry the door open. You see that you can just pop the latch. So you want to use your last Pac-Man to pop the latch?
Yes.
All right. And that's it. You can't open the door because it's another Pac-Man. All right. Cool.
Oh my god.
All right. That brings us to the next round. Clockwork Horse is not awake yet because action economy. Urkhamtresh is dead. Sylvia is standing down. And then she says, "Wait, just say it was a home. I'll just say it was a home invasion. You're gonna have to hit me though." She rushes up to you, and she says, "Make it look good, okay?" And that is the end of her turn. She wants you to punch her, Ketrin, or hit her. All right, play passes to Vultures. Vultures off scene. Ketrin.
I mean, I would just spend my actions to reload and get to a vantage point to where I can see if there's any shield marshal or authority movement coming towards the house.
Okay, sounds good. We'll say this round you spend situating, and then next round you'll be able to do seek actions and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Ketrin,
I think
what do you
my
do?
rifle has like 150 range.
That's pretty damn good for Pathfinder 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say you can't give any indication that we're going to the bank, okay?
I don't even know what the bank is.
Exactly.
I didn't know until you told her just now.
She knew that we took the keys.
Listen, stop talking. I don't want to know more than I need to. Just punch me in the fucking face.
She can't even spell interest.
Okay.
Wait. This side.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I got a sore tooth on this side. Maybe you'll knock it out for me.
Wait. Ask her she's got a safe before you knock her teeth silly.
I've got a... Is there a safe?
None of us safe. There's guns going off. Alarm went off. The shield marshal's gonna be here soon.
She has valuables locked up.
Yeah, of course she does.
Where's it at?
It's down in the basement.
Oh, that's too far. Fuck that noise.
All right. I'm gonna hit you, kiddo.
Well, if you don't want to go down to the basement, that's where a bunch of Muglin's thugs are holed up right now.
Oh.
Yeah. We weren't gonna go down there. Thanks, though.
And as she says that, you hear a door open off in the.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bonker non-lethally.
Okay. All right. She's KO.
I don't even have to roll the damage.
Well, actually, let me see the damage. All right, so she's not really KO, but she falls down and acts like she's KO.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I have bonked her once, and I'm gonna go, not target things, I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna bonk this thing.
All right, so she was up at you, so that's 1, then 2, and yeah, you're still moving. You step over her body, and you're gonna bonk this ornery clockwork hunter. Okay, so you're just standing on Tresh's body.
Yeah.
All right.
And okay, so then I
Remember, if
target
you
this
target,
thing.
yeah, it'll do
Yeah.
the calculations automatically for everybody.
Okay, and so I'm gonna do this. I have the. It automatically does the multi-attack. I don't see a place where I can add that.
Oh, so when you look at your attacks on your sheets or on the flyout, if you're using the heads-up display thingy, they'll be marked as having like negatives next to them. Like it should say map on them. Are you going off of your sheet or are you going off of the
I was going off of my
UI?
sheet.
Okay, yeah. So on your sheet, clan pistol's not showing up as a strike for you.
No, I've got clan pistol as strike, and I've got staff as strike.
Mm-hmm.
And I click the thing, and it's I'm just gonna roll it, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll math it out. I'm wondering why it didn't populate your stuff there. That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, so
and it doesn't. It's still giving me the +6 that I shouldn't have. I should only have a +1.
Yeah. So that does not hit as you swing on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to figure out why that's happening. Could be. Oh, maybe it's because they're not equipped. Yeah. They have to be moved to your hands.
Okay. I mean, it would be equipped because I just.
So that's what did it.
Okay.
Yeah. So on your inventory, you have to have the little hands. It looks like a shirt, but then when you click on it, it'll be like which hand you put it in. Yep.
Gotcha.
All right.
I see it now. She just always is carrying her staff, so.
Yeah. Works for me. All right. So you swing on it, you do not hit. All right, Stack, you're up. You're no longer slowed. You have the key. It is socketed into the horse. You would turn it. The horse comes to life. You got 2 actions left.
All right. Yeah, the horse is on. And I know like the speed of the horse. Like
these clockwork horses, they have a speed of 40.
Oh.
Damn.
All right. Stack will. There's not like readying, right? I can't like ready to go if someone hops on the horse or.
You can ready an action. You spend an action and then you spend your reaction to take it when the trigger goes off.
Okay.
You spend 2 actions to ready 1, or you spend 3 actions to ready 2 actions.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And also your reaction when you actually do it.
Yeah.
So I'll spend those 2.
Much more expensive than 5e.
Yes.
I will spend those 2 actions to ready the horse to like run off if someone hops on.
Okay.
Like I'll just be at like the front door ready to go.
All right. Then play would pass to Ornery Clockwork Hunter. Ketron is in melee with the creature now. It will try to attack. It is going to scan for weakness on Ketron. And then it is going to make a melee attack with one of its legs. So let me move you to the side so I can see you. There we go. And this is with a +1. There we go.
Yep, that hits.
All right. And the damage, a single point of damage. So gentle.
Okay.
Please. All right, and then it will attack a second time.
That does still hit.
And that will be made as part of a skirmish strike. So it shuffles its feet and its weapon in tandem. It either steps then strikes or strikes then steps. So it will do that and then just move into this space as part of the thing. All right, and that hits. So here's more damage for you. 4 points of damage. All right, and that is its turn. Play goes back around. No, play doesn't go back around yet. Play goes to Bella.
Okay. I imagine mounting this horse would be its own action and not half of my movement speed.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Everything is an action unless it has a inverted Pac-Man.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm going to use one of my Pac-Mans to open the now unlocked door.
Okay.
Take a quick appraisal of the situation. I can't really see the clockwork thing. It's behind the corner. And I'd just say, we got to get out of here. And then I would 1 Pac-Man to the horse, 2 Pac-Mans on the horse.
All right, a total of 3 Pac-Mans that would trigger your held action. So you ride towards the gate. 40. So we'll move you towards the driveway and then assume you're heading towards the gate. All right. Discretion, you're up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need money if I am to get this person, like, later and steal his keys. So I'm gonna see if Erkhamdresh has like a pouch on him.
Okay.
I have like 6 silver, and that's not enough to go to like.
We're about to rob a bank.
To see if she has any petty cash on her.
I'm gonna yell at you that I'm gonna just take her with us.
Oh, I thought we're leaving him as a home. Okay.
No. No, she's gonna get killed somewhere else. Dresh ran off after whoever invaded and took the horse.
Okay, then I'll spend the second action and I go over here.
Okay.
Guess I never stop moving, so.
Alright, so you're still moving. You move towards the body, and then she says she's gonna take care of it, and then you move there.
Yeah, it says I've gone 32, and I guess I can go 70 something.
Okay.
So I could even, wait, can I get here? How far is here? 42? That means I can catch up with the horse.
Okay.
Clamber on this beast. Is it strong enough?
Is it strong enough to have that many passengers? Bella is a small. I would say that it could take 1 more person on there. That's fine.
Oh, clamber aboard.
Okay. All right.
So.
And is that your action economy?
That's all 3.
All right. So we are at time, and this could get more complicated. We will see. So we will go ahead and end at the end of that round, going into next round. All right. So we'll put entering round 5. Alarm was sounded. Guys in basement. And Vulture posting up as a sniper. Okay, I think that covers everything. Alrighty, I'll pin that for next week. And then we'll clear this so that we have it cleared. And we'll go back to the dashboard. Okay, so appreciate everybody's patience as we are easing into and learning the combat and action economy of all of this. I would say that people say that 5e is very complicated, and they're not wrong. There's a certain amount of comfort with 5e, having done it for 10 plus years, plus it's built off of previous D&Ds. I don't feel that Pathfinder 2 is overly complex, but it is complex in different ways, for sure. So there is, a lot of small moving parts, but they are reliable, right? So I'm going to be sticking to that stuff. 1, to learn the system, and 2, to, honor the system, because I want to be able to have a fair assessment when this campaign is over of how I feel about Pathfinder 2. And I want you guys to have a fair assessment when you're done with the campaign about how you feel about Pathfinder 2. And so sometimes I want to rule it cool and be like, of course you could do that, but also I want to say, yeah, it does in fact take you 3 actions to do the things that you want to do. And the things that you want to do would actually be 19 actions. So I guess start with the first one. And it is a hard thing to sort of adjust to. We had a fight where Larionis literally spent the entire fight dealing with doors because he had wandered off. We got in a fight. He had to get to us. He thought he would shortcut through a building, and the building had a bunch of doors, and all of the doors were closed. And he had to stop striding, open a door, stride again, open another door. I mean, it was ridiculous. That's just how it be. That's it. So you have to think about your turn not in I'm going to do everything this turn, but what do you want to do? What is the fastest way, the fewest number of turns to do the thing that you want to do? So it's a different way of thinking about the game, like in general. So just, something to keep in mind. Whew. Okay.
So there are actually rules for combining basic actions with one another, though, such as striding while doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to find
Right.
them right now, frantically.
And there are abilities that you can gain and feats that you can gain that will say, do this ability and you can do all of the things below. And sometimes it'll say all of the things below in any order that you want. Like the dog, for one Pac-Man, he could get a step and an attack off. So like there are things like that you guys will find and have that let you do more with your economy.
Yeah, like my one shot, one kill it triggers off of me rolling stealth for initiative, but also for my first thing it has me interact to draw a firearm. So
yeah, and like
that's why I kind of just went bypass it. It was like right into the rifle.
And having quick draw, like if Bella's gonna be throwing stuff, obviously they're gonna want that quick draw because imagine the action economy in shambles, right? Of trying to be a person that throws stuff. So there are solutions to get around this, and in its own way, it allows people that invested in those play styles, invested in those feats and those skills and whatever, to shine, right? Because a normal person would be bumbling around, right? They wouldn't just be chucking one bomb after the other. They'd be spending more time getting the things together. So it does start to shine through and show like people being better or worse at different things because of how they can interface with that economy. Okay, so we'll continue this next week. It sounds like you plan to leave here, try to track down the assistant bank manager, get his key, then head over to the bank and take care of everything before the sun comes up. I would say that, I would say at this point you are at a point of no return for that. So yeah.
We're operating on an Expedia timetable now.
All right, fair enough. Great. Quick announcements then. We're going to play some Baldur's Gate 3 today. Tomorrow morning we got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. We've got Mythic Odyssey tomorrow night. We've got Outlaws of Alkenstar Sunset on Monday. Tuesday, Pathfinder Abomination Vaults and Cyberpunk. Wednesday, more Baldur's Gate. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, I don't think anything's going on. Saturday, we will be back here. Does anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
Rhyme on Fridays with Orf.
All right. Then on that note, I'm going to go grab some lunch real quick before the Baldur's Gate marathon begins. So hope everybody enjoys their Saturday, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for running.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Yeah. See you next week. Yeah.